and welcome to the adventures of the Inglorious Bards. I am your apprehensive Game Master Tom, and this is the episode you've been waiting for. Our heroes have been on the trail of this dangerous magical artifact for quite some time. They finally found it at the top of a clock tower and slew the previous owner, Senor the Tinkerer. But all did not end well last adventure. A massive clockwork spider was set loose upon the city, and Puck was critically wounded. Our goblin is on death's door, where one more single point of damage will kill him. This deadly artifact has corrupted everyone it has touched. It has made good men bring chaos all around them. It grows slowly in power, infecting the mind with selfishness and desires to greater glory that will only lead to ruin. And this item has just been placed around the wrist of our very own Olgrim Shieldbiter, standing at the top of the clock tower. This is episode 16, The Grey Ascent. Many centuries ago, the artifact known as the Grey Ascent was sealed in a vault beneath hardened stone and magic barriers. Those who knew of its secret location maintained a vigilant watch and passed on that legacy to their trusted allies and heirs. But years became decades, centuries became millennia, and oaths sworn long ago became forgotten stories. Yet always the reach of chaos wormed its way into the lost vault, wearing down stone and magic, until one day an adventurer broke through doors covered in faded symbols to find treasures that should have remained lost. Pushing aside coins and detailed scrolls, a smile crossed the adventurer's face when her fingers brushed against a gray spiral band. She returned to the city of Talus and sold the artifact to retire a wealthy adventurer. Yet it wasn't long before she was haunted by its absence, and her efforts to reclaim it came to a violent end. And so it went over many months, the artifact passing through different hands, each time the owner rising to power while being driven to madness. The Grey Ascent brought not a curse, but a driving purpose that the mind and flesh of men could not weather. A respected captain became a feared pirate lord, a rogue living on the docks became a nightmarish assassin, and a simple tinkerer became a creator of mechanical horrors. You four adventurers found the location of Senor, the silversmith and tinkerer, atop the clock tower in the Old Town district. Breaking into the tower, you explored and fought your way to the top. Puck triggered a steel arena that trapped him with several deadly machines. Knocked unconscious and critically wounded, Puck was pulled back down a hatch to the level below, while Olgrim and Elmon attacked the machines above. Elmon leapt up to the machinery in a balcony where he slew Senor, but not before one last lever was pulled. A massive clockwork spider was set loose, tearing free of its moorings and descending down the outside of the tower to wreak havoc in the city below. Olgrim Shieldbiter, you stand proudly over cogs and springs from the minions you've slain in this fenced arena at the top of the clock tower. Suddenly, the madman your group has been hunting for some time comes crashing down and splattering against the floor. Above you, Elmon calls out proudly, "I got him!" As you look down at the dead man, Olgrim, you don't see evil or chaos in his eyes, but rather the fearful look of an ordinary man caught up in something he did not understand. And then you see it. A gray metal spiral around his wrist. You've worked so hard to find this artifact, and there it is. Such a simple thing. A reward you certainly deserve after everything you've given to find it. You pull it from the dead man's wrist and feel it vibrate with a power that lightly shakes in your hand. You've struggled with magic in your past, not trusting, almost fearing it, but this power, it feels different. Olgrim, you place the Grey Ascent around your own wrist, and a wave of strength and familiarity wash over you. You hear Avius call out from below, "Puck, he's dying!" But you cannot be bothered with his old foolishness. Everything you've done in your training, the years you spent as a mercenary, and the time you've wasted with these simple adventurers has been to bring you here, to this very moment. You raise your right wrist towards your face, and a gray light shines across your smile. Elmon calls from the balcony above, "Olgrim, what did you do?" You look at the elf and finally see him for who he truly is. A tool that's gotten in your way too many times, a weight pulling you away from your destiny. Puck lies unconscious on the level below, his head in Avius's lap. Elmon is on a balcony in the top room looking down at Olgrim, and the entire clock tower shakes with each footstep of the huge metal spider crunching down the side of the structure.
Olgrim, you must fight it. Resist. You hate magic. Remember that.
At long last I found it. This is my treasure.
How many hit points does Olgrim have?
Enough.
52.
Okay.
What's going on up there? We need Puck.
All is just as it should be, Avius. We're all well up here.
Well, come help, Puck.
Yes.
Things are not well.
I think I will.
And Olgrim will descend down the ladder.
All right, Olgrim, you head over to the hatch located in the top floor and go down a ladder and arrive down in the, I think it was the bedroom of Sonora's area.
Make sure to close the hatch.
The clatch is ominously closed behind you.
Where's Elmon? And what is all that racket still happening?
He'll be right behind.
Is the cage still lowered around everything, or did anything?
Yeah, we're
It's
trapped.
still, so it's a giant metal, it's like a 40-foot tall, it's like a 40 by 40 by 40 box, but it has no top. And it's slid down to the top floor, down into the second floor underneath it, trapping you in here as well, yes.
Algespin.
You do that? You say that right now?
You damn straight I do.
Okay.
All right, Elmon, you see Olgrim walk away. He's beneath you. He goes down the hatch, maybe even just looks at you briefly as he closes the hatch behind him. And then you say that name 3 times. And what was that name again for?
That was the person that we saved from the Ivory Swords, the shapeshifter.
Okay.
Who said that if we say their name 3 times, you giving me an odd look. I mean, it was a boy, a girl, and an old lady. So I assume it was a shapeshifter.
I just assume we have poor eyesight.
I'm pretty sure it was a shapeshifter, and said that because we saved her, say her name 3 times, and she would help.
Okay. As soon as you say it the 3rd time, you look around, and in the night sky, in the giant crumbled opening where that used to be a giant clock piece, bricks are still falling. Maybe about 80 feet beyond an open space in the night sky, there's a little sparkle of magical energy you see briefly. And then you hold on tight as you feel the tower, the whole clock tower shift awkwardly, and a couple bricks come crumbling down from above. Avius, you're sitting on the ground in kind of a darkened-ish bedroom with...
I also start heading towards the... is the trap door the only way?
Yep.
Okay. Were there any windows in the room that they are in now?
No.
That's in the room below? Okay, I start heading towards the trap door.
Okay. Avius, you're in that little bedroom just underneath the main trap area, and then Puck's head is in your lap, and then Olgrim comes down these stairs.
There's been trouble up top. A large spider has been let loose. I wouldn't blame him, but I think Elmon accidentally set him free.
What? How? What happened?
There's chaos above.
Well,
What's on with Puck?
he's been severely injured. He's not well. We need to do something and get him to Jamon, maybe the church, somebody who can help him. I tried, and everything I did just did the opposite. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we'll have to get out of this place.
How? Back up through the hatch, yes?
Most likely.
Avius, you see something. Olgrim's left arm is completely composed of ice. It's not frosted. It is just clear ice. It's locked in position. His shield is attached to it, also iced up. And Olgrim just does not care whatsoever. He's completely oblivious to it.
But, Olgrim, what's wrong with your arm?
I'm kind of staring through the cage and kind of pacing back and forth by the cage.
Okay.
Kind of testing the weight of the cage to see if it can be pried up.
All right.
What do you mean?
Hey, your arm is... It's like crystal or ice or glass. What happened? Are you okay?
I don't know.
Olgrim. Look at me, Olgrim.
I look at you.
And do I notice anything else about him at this moment?
You may make a perception roll. Olgrim, you may make a stealth roll.
Which arm is the gray Ascent on?
It's on the right one.
Oh. I was hoping left. That would make things a little easier.
Sure it would have.
Why do you want to hurt him? He hasn't done anything to
I
you.
don't want to hurt him.
Yeah, right.
That slashing motion? That's a problem.
It just moved
How
my
can you
arm.
have advantage?
No advantage.
It's disadvantage. I'm in armor, heavy armor.
No, this is normal, just normal stealth.
Oh.
You're not sneaking. You're just trying to keep a hidden object.
Can I take the lowest of those two rolls?
Nope.
Hey, it went up.
Stealth.
19.
19
Oh
stealth?
shit! I had 9.
9. All right. You do not
I'm
see.
distracted by Puck's condition.
You're distracted by
Head
this
in your lap.
iceberg I'm wearing on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Huck, you start to regain semi-consciousness. You are on your back, still, I'm guessing, in Avius's lap,
Oh yeah.
and you are incapable of taking any actions. You're slightly aware of your surroundings. All you can do is just barely speak at this moment.
Puck's head is turned slightly to the side, and my robe is slightly open. But
Other than that, it's normal.
yeah,
That sounds normal.
It's the little details.
and they are little.
What happened? Where am I?
Puck! Oh, I'm so glad to hear your voice.
We should open this cage as soon as we can.
Ooh,
Is that Grim?
Yeah.
My friend. It's good to see you guys. Where's the elf? Where's Elmon?
Olgrim, you can make a strength roll with disadvantage.
Strength roll, disadvantage. I need to not throw my dice away is what I need not do.
Sorry, if you run out of 20s, you'll just have to roll 12s.
I just grab yours. We'll wrestle for it. Disadvantage, you say?
Please.
You guys.
Four.
Two
No,
of
you
you.
said strength.
Make an athletics roll.
Oh, athletics.
Keep the roll,
Keep the roll?
but it's athletics.
Let's see. So that was a 4. 10.
10. All right. With one arm, impossibly even, you, Avius, see the Olgrim with one hand lift up this massive cage with his right arm, maybe 6 inches before it drops back down. Elmon, you see the same thing. You have jumped down on top of the caged and fenced area, then dropped down in the middle of it. You're making your way over towards the hatch, and you see the whole thing lift up just a couple inches. You think the trap's been released, but then it comes slamming back down again.
Not sure how I feel about any of that just yet.
oh, Olgrim, you almost had it.
I feel renewed, invigorated. I must try again.
Yeah, yes, please.
Perhaps you can help.
How? What?
You can grab hold.
Grab hold of what?
The cage. Lift with me. You're stronger than you look. Grab the cage.
But Puck,
Puck can grab too.
Olgrim. What? Oh, you're different. Well, I don't understand.
I don't like being trapped in here.
As soon as you say that, you hear the hatch above open up.
I'm trying to do it stealthily.
You may
possible.
hear the hatch above. You can make, it's going to be straight. It's not easy to do. Straight stealth versus perception, Olgrim.
Straight perception, sorry.
Modified 20.
Not there.
All right. Then ignore what I said. You don't hear anything, and the hatch is opened surreptitiously.
and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on down there.
All right, so you're poking your head, you're upside down, poking your head down into the room. You look and you see Olgrim in some mild disagreement with Avius. And Puck is probably dead on the floor.
Awesome.
What is the spider doing this whole time?
Still climbing down.
Yeah,
the
still
building,
climbing. So you hear steps as it goes down. It's getting quieter as it's getting further away, but you can still feel it's going down. And then you can also still hear chunks of bricks falling around as it's affecting the construction of the clock tower.
And Aljuspin has not joined us on scene just yet?
Not quite yet.
Olgrim keeps trying the cage.
All right,
Turns away
Olgrim.
from Avius and tries to heave the...
I need another hand. This one's not working the way it should.
Well, Olgrim, your other arm has been changed.
It's starting to drip a little, by the way. I don't know what that means biologically, but it is starting to
I
drip.
sprung a leak.
Is your arm ice?
I want to say something like, put your tongue on it.
Maybe.
And heave on the gate.
Avius needs to think for a second.
Okay, as you do so, Elmon, you look up from your position, belly on the ground above, poking your head down through the hatch, and see a creature flying through the night sky, coming through the gaping opening in the side where the clock was. It is a serpent, maybe 5 feet in length, with colorful, bright, feathery wings that is flying in, its tail undulating behind it, that flies into the clock tower area of all this machinery and claws and automatons that are no longer functional.
It's Falcor.
Yeah! And it comes swooping in and circling around, and it alights on the ground next to you.
Do any of us down below hear all that?
You don't hear you don't hear any
I'll
of it.
stand up and quietly speak with Aljuspin.
Okay.
Thank you for coming to our call. Our friend has been possessed by an object, the dwarf that saved you. It is on his wrist, and we need to be able to get it away from him and somehow safely contain the power of it, because it possesses people with its chaos power. He is just down there, pointing down.
You throw the serpent down and close the hatch and stand on it.
And go out through the window.
The creature says in a voice that has almost a lyrical, chimey sound.
Hoping I've been talking to Aljuspin this whole time.
The creature says, "I will do what I can to lend aid." Are you wounded at all?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at 24 hit points.
It moves around in a kind of a coily fashion with some sparkles trailing off of it.
I try not to cringe.
And you are healed 10 points of damage. You feel your wounds close up and you feel a little invigorated.
And actually, the that chaos cloud is gone, right?
Yep.
I will also cast Cure Light Wounds on myself then as well, real quick.
Okay.
So I casually touch myself, as I've been known to do.
How much do you add?
2 hit points.
Ooh.
Yeah, I rolled a 1. That's fantastic.
Awesome.
Almost worthless.
Aljespin also circles around and casts another spell, and you feel blessed by its presence and magic, and you are affected by the bless spell. So you can add a D4 to any attack roll or saving throw for the next minute.
Okay.
All right, back inside.
And after that, I'm going to stealthily drop down into the room.
Okay. Olgrim, you're pulling with your good arm on the cage type thing, and Avius, what are you doing?
Davius is confused. He's
All right.
still.
Mr. Wizard, what's that noise? Why is the building shaking?
I don't exactly know, young Puck. I don't know where Elmon is. I heard there's a huge mechanical spider. Olgrim has an ice arm. And
What? Mr. Grimm? What's wrong?
He doesn't answer you.
and he's acting very strangely.
Elmon, you arrive at the bottom of the ladder perfectly silent.
If they see me, I'm gonna
Okay.
give a hush hush sort
You
of
arrive.
thing.
You arrive perfectly silent. The creature Algespin spirals down with you as well, and then everyone's attentions immediately snap towards you, even Olgrim's, as huge sections of brick come falling down and crashing down on the hatch, closing off that avenue.
Oh shit!
As a section of the rooftop comes crashing down. Some of the bricks in here fall down, but most don't. But a bunch of dust comes raining down.
So, query. In the limited time that I've had to deal with the Grey Ascent as an object, both on Sonor and then watching Olgrim put it on, did I see a clasp, a hasp, like anything to attach it?
Nope.
How it attaches? How it could be removed?
You saw Olgrim grab it, and it's like a 3 to 4 turned spring that gets a little tighter. He just puts on his.
Okay. So
and
probably
you did notice that it got a little tighter when he put it on.
Okay. So just removing the arm's probably going to be the only way to go then. I kid.
Well, you don't seem to be bothered by your other arm being useless.
That's my in-character concern. My out-character concern is like, I only have so many limbs.
You're already down one, so
I'm down 2.
2, really? Yeah, okay.
So big boom! Everyone looks and sees dust and some bricks fall down, and Elmon
Looks a little sheepish.
standing at the bottom of the ladder, and then this bizarre, colorful winged 5-foot serpent slowly flying above his head around the ladder.
Avius screams out, "What is this?"
Elmon's response is he's wearing the Grey Ascent. He's not himself. We have to get it off of him.
Who?
Olgrim.
What?
And I will begin to approach Olgrim in a friendly manner.
Okay.
All right.
I like those
What's
air quotes.
Mr. Grimm? What's happening? What's happening with you?
The building's coming apart.
Am I passing by Puck while doing this?
Absolutely.
I will briefly lean down, touch him on his chest, and cast a level 2 Cure Light Wounds. Healing for 12 points of damage.
Showing him up as well as you heal him.
So he dies inside, but he's alive.
Thank you, Elf.
Puck, you find movement again and the strength to bend your knees, to prop up on your hands, and now you're in a sitting position.
And then continue to approach Olgrim.
Olgrim,
in a
he's
friendly
walking towards
way.
you.
Smiling like a friendly elf that I am.
Make a deception roll. Olgrim, make an insight roll.
Making an insight roll. That is a weird die. Ooh. With my insight, I think that's a 3.
4.
Wow.
Wow.
You guys are both bullshitters.
Yeah, I know. He's coming towards you. You're not sure what his game is. He doesn't look threatening, but you're not sure.
I'm trying to open the cage.
Yep, you keep... Okay, so you turn your back to him and continue to just pull on the thing.
Yep.
Okay, Elmon.
So I'm going to walk up, stand on Olgrim's right-hand side and give him a little nod and kind of heft up to the cage here and kind of reach down just a couple inches away from him and kind of act like I'm helping with the cage and
Good.
and we'll
Lift. More.
Yep, doing all that and and I will be looking at the Grey Ascent, trying to figure out how to remove it from his arm
Okay.
without while he retains the arm.
Make a perception roll.
That is going to be a 23.
All right. You get a good look at the gray Ascent as it's covered by the sleeve of his armor or cloak a little bit. As he moves, you can see it briefly. You see no means to get it off, but you do see a compelling reason why you might want to have it. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
If you need Avius to help get something off.
Well, Jesus Christ. 18, 19, 20, 22, 23.
A 23?
Yes.
You feel a draw towards this, but your elven innate nature, resisting charm, and the allure of it, you see that it is just a magical effect that is not real, and you shrug off those sensations, but you can totally feel the draw of it and how it would affect others.
What is our lovely serpentine creature doing at this point?
It is circling around the ladder, not doing anything much, just slowly hovering around the ladder in open space.
Avius says to the serpent, What? Where'd you come from?
It flies right up to you. Its face near yours, like a water tentacle from the abyss, and speaks, I am Algespin.
Who called you? Did Elmon call you?
I was called by the elf, and I responded as you aided me.
What? Can you help us? We need to get out of here. And young Puck here is not well, and something's wrong with Olgrim's arm. And do you have a cracker?
Oh, I heard the yes, we need to get out of here, so Olgrim will respond to that.
Okay.
Yes, we need to get out of here. Take us out of here.
Olgrim, you may make a strength roll disadvantaged again.
I'm pushing down by it at this point.
Strength disadvantage.
Yes.
Not going to be there. It's
Okay.
going to be a 5, I think.
5 minus, we'll say the D4 from Elmon's blessing. You pull, you cannot get any movement, and you should not. This thing is incredibly strong and heavy. Are you wounded at all, Avius?
Slightly. 3.
He's at 39.
All right. The creature overheals you and
Excellent.
casts magic that fills you with warmth. And you are also blessed.
Nice. Oh, yes, thank you very much, Algespin. Can you do something for little Puck? Here. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm out of spells. No.
All I had is two cure wounds.
It says, of course, and comes flying over towards Puck. 6 total.
Thank you. Puck's gonna stand up and cast cure wounds on himself for 14.
All right, that's a significant heal.
And actually, Elmon at this point will be like, "Keep at it, Olgrim. You almost got it," and we'll circle back to the group.
All right. As you do so, Algespin, the serpent, passes you by and flies over towards Olgrim. You find yourself, as you're struggling, Olgrim, to get this stupid trapped cage thing out from this and trying to get it up. You find yourself facing this odd serpent with colorful, feathery wings, and it flies up to you. And it says, "Thank you for rescuing me earlier. I am in your debt, and I shall pay that debt." And it casts a healing spell and blessing upon you, Olgrim. Of 3.
I don't know how smart your Algespin friend
I
is.
don't know either.
Of 3 wounds, and you are blessed for the next minute. And Elmon, your blessing's about halfway done.
You wish to help me? I need to leave. Get me out of this cage.
I'm gonna pull a little powwow aside with Avius and Puck, and be like, and tell them he's wearing the gray Ascent. It's on his right arm. He's possessed by it. I called her because I think she's our best chance to get it off of him, but I'm second guessing that. Unless somebody has a better idea.
Let me talk to him.
If that fails, I'm just gonna try and take it by force.
We have a connection, Grim and I.
Good luck.
I want to go over to
Kills
Olgrim.
Olgrim.
On his left side,
Okay.
away from the Grey Ascent, and kind of tug on his sleeve as I get there.
My piece of ice.
You see little Puck pulling on your sleeves like some small beggar boy with big quivering eyes.
Mr.
You're
Graham,
well.
I'm doing all right.
Good. Grab some of this fence.
Hold on,
Help me lift.
Hold on. Look at your arm. Look at both of your arms. This one's all ice. You need to set down. We need to fix this. You have a crazy look in your eyes.
It's a small price to pay.
What?
Puck.
No. What'd you do? What'd you put on? Why did you put that on your arm?
This is chaos. This arm is chaos.
What's what we're fighting against, though? That's what we've been fighting against this whole time.
Hey, but this is knowledge, and he shows the spiral of the Grey Ascent.
Do you really want that kind of knowledge?
Yes.
Puck, your eyes fall upon the Grey Ascent, and you sense a massive amount of power behind it that concerns you, but also entices you. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
God.
8.
A total of 8.
A total of 8.
All right. And you feel betrayed that Olgrim, of all people, would keep this from you, and how dare he? You have sacrificed far more than he ever has. And you know right then and there that this belongs to you, and you will stop at nothing to have it.
You fuckers.
I see that glint in your eyes, Puck.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
know
quaff
what
a
this
healing
is.
potion.
Elmo's healing up.
I want that. Why do you have it?
It came to me. It's mine. And I will leave here with it.
I don't think you should.
And who's gonna stop me?
Question.
Sidebar.
How many times can I heal Puck?
The yellow runes that I have
Yes.
are. I would like to know, can I use one of those on? Are they limited to one creature, or can I use it on an area? Of
No,
creatures?
it's a single target.
Okay.
Those are the ones you got from the chief, right?
Yep.
Single target.
Okay.
That was my response.
What's all Jess been doing?
Al Jespin is circling around this cage slowly, going from wall to wall, trying to find a way to lift it, and then easily goes in and out of the slats as well. Puck, you think with some squirming you could also get there. They're big, wide slats. Olgrim, your legs and lower torso could fit through the slats, but your broad shoulders just won't. Whoa, maybe if you made some shoulder adjustments, permanent shoulder adjustments, you could
That's
get
interesting.
I give Al Jespin sort of like a shrug, like WTF, mate, and then I'm gonna make sure my short sword is like loose in the scabbard, and
Okay.
go back up to Olgrim and say, let's go ahead and get out of here, and lean down and hold up against the cage as if I'm getting ready to pull. And
You say that, but he right now is toe to toe with Puck, staring at each other, glaring at each other.
Oh.
In the back of Olgrim's mind, he would like to know what force would be needed
Any
to
thoughts?
make the adjustment.
Just a brief physical effort on your part, slamming it into something.
And then just trying to pry my way through.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would take just a little, maybe a total of 2 or 3 rounds of time.
You can do that. And try and get it off of him.
So Olgrim, you're staring right at Puck. Puck, you're staring right at him.
I put down the gauntlet, so to speak.
Here. Let's take it easy. And I reach out and grab Olgrim by his right shoulder.
I now attack him.
You're attacking Elmon.
Yep.
How are you attacking Elmon?
I slash at him with my sword arm.
All right. So let's roll initiative, and for the first time, I'm not bringing up enemies on my little combat tracker. It's a little bizarre. Good luck with initiative, everybody. Here we go. Olgrim, you're first.
All right.
Your sword comes out in a flash, the gray Ascent visible on your wrist as you raise up your sword, and you bring it down upon Elmon, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Does the bless affect attack rolls as well?
Oh, yes.
All right. That is that. That is that. And that.
We've been here before.
I've been here before. That is a critical fail.
Oh! You bring up your sword, but it gets caught in the weird fence slatted section for a moment, and you cannot get your attack through. And
Elmon immediately...
Can I move to my second action?
it's your second attack?
My second attack.
No, you can waste it by getting your sword free.
Then
And-
I will spend it to get my sword free.
All right, you get your sword free, and you were not at giving up any advantage to him then.
Then I would also then like to surge.
Action surge for an additional attack action, which is 2 more attacks.
Not too much better, actually. Let's see. That is... Oh, that's 8. And then I've got 14.
Swing and a miss.
What's your armor class?
Swing and a miss.
15, and if I get my shield out, it'll be 16.
Oh.
And... Yeah, not doing it.
And a swing and a miss.
You swing, you miss. Elmon was totally ready for it. You swing and you miss. Puck, you see this going on as well, as there's some sort of power struggle for what really should be
Correction.
yours.
I'm sorry. The last one, you said 15. I had 14. That would have hit. Because my sword of revenge would have charged one.
Oh.
With a miss.
Okay.
That's a hit.
So that'll make contact. I'll go ahead and roll this separately. Oops, that's just that die. So it's going to be...
I'm at 40 right now, by the way.
That'll be 7...
With the sword's extra damage?
It's 8. 8 points.
All right. Avius, you look in horror as you see Olgrim slice multiple times at Elmon and finally draw blood on his friend.
And before you continue, I'm terribly sorry.
Yes?
Since I made contact and I'm going all out, it's a distracting maneuver. I'm adding this to the damage.
Okay. That's when you're battle master.
4 more points. And your attacks are disadvantaged for the next round.
So
Yeah,
you
you may
see
go.
this?
I see this, and I pull one of 2 yellow runes out of one of my pockets in my robe,
Okay.
and I throw it at Olgrim and say, "Stop this nonsense!" And yeah, cast the rune at Olgrim.
All right. You hold the yellow rune in your hand and you feel the power come out of it, and it turns into a gray, uncolored, unruned stone, just a normal stone. But the magic then blasts out from your hand this kind of yellowish multiple streaks that attack your head, Olgrim, and start to swirl around it, and you feel yourself becoming tight and losing control of your own body. You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this against any particular type of effect?
Paralyzation.
Okay. Critical fail.
Yes!
Fail. and you feel yourself lock up, and you are paralyzed for the time being.
All right.
And Puck, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go straight for the Gray Ascent and try to get it off his arm.
All right, so you're leaping up and grabbing onto his sword arm and pulling at the Gray Ascent.
Uh-huh.
All right, make...
Just like a feral little animal. Just like...
No, mine.
he is paralyzed, so go ahead and make a strength roll with advantage.
I've moved that direction as well.
10. Excuse me, 9.
9. You're pulling, but you're not the strongest, and it is moving, but it hasn't come loose.
Did I notice the crazed look in Puck's eye?
You can make a inside roll.
14?
You do.
Okay.
He is not acting normal either.
Okay.
And Elmon, you are last in the round.
I will, with my bonus action, I hope, jerk Puck off and away. Toss him as far away as possible from...
That would take an action. Choices.
How do I get a hold of the Gray Ascent? Can I just...
Well, first you turned into a feral little goblin.
All right, just ignoring Puck then, and just... I don't know if I have to shoulder him out of the way or what, but I'm going to try and take the Gray Ascent from Olgrim.
Okay.
And risking getting bitten by a goblin, I guess.
All right. You reach over and you grab as this feral goblin just going, just trying to pull. Yeah. You can make a strength roll with advantage as Olgrim is paralyzed and not able to do much to prevent it.
Oh my God. 5.
5. You pull and pull, but it's not coming loose. And Puck,
are you blessed?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It won't matter. That's too low.
No, it's still under a 10 regardless.
Olgrim, you find yourself completely locked in. You can see what's going on, and everyone's focused on your valuable prize. You feel it growing in power and warmth around your wrist, this Gray Ascent. You may make a saving throw. This will also be wisdom. You are now at a permanent +2 to all saving throws emanating from the power of the Gray Ascent.
What?
Okay. And this is versus paralyzation. 1, 2, 8, and 8.
8.
Nope.
The magic holds you.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Holds you tight. You cannot get free. Avius, you are close. You're maybe 8 feet away from the group, and it is a freaking bizarre little bundle of fighting. There's like a little tornado of cartoon fighting going on there.
Fireball.
Everyone hold still.
It could be yours.
Let God sort them out.
So Puck has been tossed aside?
No.
He was not.
I'm still just like...
He's upside down, hanging from Olgrim's arm, like biting on the Gray Ascent, trying to pull it off with his teeth, slapping away an elven wrist.
And I've probably perceived that Puck has also been vexed.
Yes, you have. I'm going to give you automatic perception of that, and also automatic perception of the Gray Ascent, and the power of it calls to you.
Okay.
You better
Make
not fail.
Wisdom.
I don't think I can take all 3 of you.
Where's wisdom? 22.
Oh.
You laugh at the silly power.
I do.
You're like, well, those people are so weak-willed. Shrug it off.
Elmon, I'm going to take it and put it in my bag where it's safe. So I am trying to get.
You are also grabbing on.
Not in a greedy way, but in a way where, like I know how to handle crazed raccoons.
So you feel comfortable with Puck?
I'm the pest control.
All right. You need to make a strength roll with advantage. Everyone so far has completely bungled this.
With advantage, strength, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my forte. And 4, -1 is 12.
With a heave and a heave, you are able to pry the gray Ascent off of his hand and also disarm Olgrim because it's on your sword arm.
on my sword
Sword comes off. The gray Ascent comes off. You have to get some leverage with his other arm. Your hand's getting all slippery in the liquidy arm that's going. And then just as you pull it off, you are now in a tug of war with a small goblin
I'm gonna
hand.
snatch the goblin.
Hold on. A small goblin hand. Puck, make a strength roll versus Avius strength roll.
Do I make another or using that one?
A whole new strength roll.
Okay.
Not advantaged. Panicked roll.
Did that? Nah,
No,
that doesn't count. All right.
Ooh, we got me.
Oh, damn.
12.
12 versus what?
14.
All right. And you were able to snatch the gray Ascent from both of them.
Let go.
No, wizard! Give me that!
Puck,
No, it's mine!
settle down.
Now, can I grab him now?
It's
No.
Puck's turn. It's Puck's turn.
I don't have it in my satchel
No,
yet.
you just pull. You finally got it free. And Puck, what would you like to do? You're still hanging from Olgrim's arm, and you are currently totally defeated by Avius, who's holding it above his
Avius
head.
is doing the Statue of Liberty play with the gray Ascent up
So
above his
Puck's
head.
gonna like try to jump off, like use Olgrim as leverage and
All right,
jump.
No. So Olgrim's locked in position with his arm outstretched. Puck, you swing around on top of his arm, stand on his arm, run across boldly in slow
Yeah.
motion, leap off of his arm at the gray Ascent up in the air. Sounds good to me. You go flying through the air. Make an acrobatics roll, please.
Cage match.
11.
11. And Avius, make a dexterity roll, please.
Okay. 5.
5.
But I'm going to react.
Actually, you would get a D4 on top of that, but
It won't matter.
Yeah, it won't
Yeah.
matter.
What reaction are you talking about?
Falling breeze.
He's not falling. He's leaping this way.
That's okay. He's still in the air, yeah?
No, it won't slow him down that way.
Hey.
Good idea. Puck, you leap through the air and you beat him, right?
Yeah.
So, Avius, you ripped it from his hand, you've got it over your head, and then boom, like some rabid raccoon, you've got this goblin now above your head, clawing at your hair with his feet, and he's got a hold of it as well.
Okay.
It is a new round. Olgrim, you see...
Meanwhile,
I'm sorry, Avius. Elmon, I skipped you entirely.
thank you. So
Kind of important.
Puck, as he's holding like onto Avius's arm, I will reach around, grab both of Puck's arms, and just basically drop him down to his side and like pull him back and away, kind of getting him into a. Getting him into
Oh,
a,
no, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, that's already planned.
yeah, I already know it's coming, but I'm gonna wait for that to happen
I don't know
before.
what's going on. Okay. All right, so you're reaching up, you're grabbing onto Puck's hands. Make a strength versus strength
And I'm
roll.
actually going to go ahead and, if I can, toss him away.
First you got to try and
Yes.
pry him loose. Strength versus strength. Puck is tenacious.
Critical failure.
Likewise.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
reroll? What happens?
All right.
They collapse into each other.
So here
How do you handle this?
Here is the that has never happened before. Here's the result of the critical failure for Elmon. The critical failure is you fall back as you try and pull Puck free. His arm comes loose, but you fall back and you fall back into Olgrim and shake him enough that he breaks free of the paralysis.
Okay.
For Puck, your critical failure is you succeed and now have the gray Ascent around your wrist.
No, that's not a failure for
That
Puck.
is going to be a big critical failure for Puck. Puck, you now have this around your wrist. You feel this warmth and comfort about it, and it feels right at home. Your driving goal now is to get away from these idiots that are completely in your way. And that's your current mission.
What's Elgespin been doing?
Algesman is darting between the fence and doesn't know what the hell to do. Olgrim, you're up. You're free to act.
Olgrim is still
You're free
impressed
to act.
by this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, okay.
This is yours.
Trying to find out who took it.
You can see Puck has it. Puck is on top of Avius's shoulders,
All right.
holding it up high when in triumph.
I am moving towards picking up my
Gollum-esque.
weapon and attacking.
Say it again.
I am moving towards picking up my weapon and attacking.
Okay.
Olgrim, no!
All right. You've picked up your sword as a simple bonus action. You move close and you're attacking. Are you attacking Puck or his mount?
Puck.
Okay.
Whoever has the gray ascent.
That would be Puck. All right. Make a striking motion. And as you do this, you can get a sense of how bizarre this is yourself as you are swinging at Puck, who you've known for quite some time.
Don't do it, dwarf!
Do I get any sort of opportunity attack as he comes?
Not unless he moves away.
All right.
Attack comes.
I mean, we're gonna have to just fight.
Maybe not. I've been rolling terribly. That is
Too crazed.
Oh, and that 16.
That's a hit.
How much damage?
That is 9 points of damage.
The wounded Puck is wounded more.
Oh, Grum, what are you doing?
He hits once and he strikes again, right?
Getting my property back.
It's not yours, it's mine.
Both of you, stop!
And he goes into a battle stance and does a distracting strike upon him, adding 6 more points of damage,
Oh, brutal hit to Puck.
and then a second attack. Just do that. That is 10, 14. 14?
Jesus.
Oh, that is a hit.
And understand, Puck has 2 death saving throws. So we carry them over from unconscious state. Unlike the official rules, they carry over. So until a long rest happens. So if Puck, you go to 0 again, you are... you're fine if you go to 0, then you get to roll.
Yeah.
So that actually might help you a little bit. All right, how much damage?
10.
Jesus Christ.
Huge hit.
I got 7 left.
Puck has 7 HP left. Brutal double swipes. Avius, this is happening right in front of your face. There's goblin blood dripping down your shoulders and hair. What would you like to do, wizard?
Not what I thought I had. Should I do...
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt my friends, but
It's easy! Just... Oh, Christ.
I'm going to do Elemental Orb.
Okay, what kind of element?
Thunder.
You put your hands together and a sonic warbling starts to happen, a little rumbling in your hand. And who are you going to toss it at?
Olgrim.
Olgrim. It says make a ranged attack, is that correct?
Yeah, well, it's ranged.
You will be at disadvantage to do that as you have someone in melee combat.
It's someone on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh, does that count?
Roll it again.
A 13.
13 versus your armor class.
Oh wait, am I still blessed? So 16, barely. And it's gonna be. I'm gonna cast it. I'll just do a 3.
Tone it down so you don't evaporate me instantly.
It's gonna be 11, 14.
What's the level of that spell?
A 1.
A 1? Then it has to be a 1. You have to call that out in advance.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, sorry. 'Cause otherwise you could just, if you miss, I just did it as a level 1.
Oh.
So roll 1 die.
Poop. 1.
1 huge point of a popping sound hits you, Olgrim, and you take a little bit of damage.
Planks.
Avius Ghost takes a nap.
Avius, anything else you want to do? You have a bonus or a move.
I don't have any bonus
And no one's
actions.
striking at you because you could just move.
Yeah, I'll just back up.
All right. You back away and are against the just a couple steps all the way to the other side of this fenced-in area. It's not that.
Where's Elmon?
Elmon is behind everybody drawing his bow.
I-
He's sick of everybody's shit at this point.
I move towards Elmon. Say, help me!
Okay. Puck.
I'm gonna jump down off of Avius. And then I'm gonna move to slide through the bars.
Okay.
And get away, get out of here, because I know I'm overmatched.
All right. You jump off of Avius and run and leap between the bars. What you had asked for earlier, Avius, is possible. You can make an opportunity melee attack right now.
Wait. The 3d8 is for level 1.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, 14.
14. Do 14 instead of 1 points of damage, Olgrim.
Okay.
Anyways, Avius, you can make an opportunity attack against Puck if you want
14
with a melee.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take my
Staff.
my mining
Well,
arrow.
I can use my nimble escape.
Yes, you can.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't pipe up.
Totally do that.
All right.
All right, that's a bonus action? Oh, great. All right, you bonus action, you nimbly
But I'm
get
still
away.
next to him. Do I get my opportunity?
No.
attack? No?
I don't think so. What's a nimble escape read? Is it against a single target?
Disengage or hide action.
Then you're fine.
Yeah.
You cannot get it, Olgrim. It's not against a single person.
Oh,
Not like
okay.
your
Thought it
ability
was-
that lets you do it to
All right.
someone else. Buck, you get away and you dive through the slatted fencing. Make an acrobatics roll, and if you get a 14 or higher, you are through with ease.
14.
Oh.
Sweet. That works very well with my plan.
All right. And Puck, you dove through, you land unheroically and crash on the ground, but you are on the other side. And Elmon,
I still get an action.
you have an action.
So I'm gonna do cure wounds on myself.
Oh, okay.
Roll low, buddy.
To 9 to bring me up to 16.
Say that again.
He's hidden?
No.
No.
I'm just on the other side of the
Side of the
bars.
fencing.
Avius yells, Aljespin, stop that goblin!
The snake serpent thing starts moving quickly across the room towards Puck. Avius, what are you doing? Sorry,
Elmon,
Elmon.
maybe?
Dang it! It's my first.
I guess drawing my bow would have to be my bonus action at this point. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You said you were standing there with your...
Well,
That was his intention.
yeah, that's... Avius was wondering what Elmon was doing, and I said I'm drawing my bow. That's basically... Okay, so how far past the slats is
3 feet.
Puck? Can I wait a couple seconds until he's a little bit further away?
Do you want to delay
Sure.
your action?
I mean, I don't want to fully delay it. I just want him to be about 10 feet away.
Okay. Sure. I assume, Puck, you're getting the heck out of there, you said.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, he starts moving away.
Because I don't want anybody to be able to reach through and grab the gray Ascent.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, I'm going to try and put you down right now,
great.
buddy. I'm sorry.
All right.
I, feeling what Sonor had said before, now hitting home, I say I'm so sorry as an arrow thrums out
Elmon, no!
at Puck.
Don't do it.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a hit with a 28.
How much damage? He is definitely wounded, so you get your bonus.
10.
What does that bring you down to?
I'm at 6.
6. But Elmon has a second shot.
And the second arrow is 18, 9 plus 9, 18.
That's a hit.
4 points of damage. No, I'm sorry. 8.
Shit. I'm down.
Are goblins your favorite enemy?
No.
Puck, you have been
Sorry.
knocked unconscious. You are the current owner of the Grey Ascent. You have been knocked unconscious. It does not care, honestly, whether you live or die. And you drop unconscious for like the second or third time today. and that is not good for your situation.
No, it is not.
I hope
However,
I didn't kill you.
we are back at the start of the round, and Olgrim, you see the goblin has gotten away with your prize, leapt through, and then just been peppered with arrows, and is about 10, 11 feet on the other side of the fence.
Okay. I need to make my way through the gate as best I can.
Okay. How are you doing that?
Actually, I have a move, right? I'm sorry.
Sure.
So, am I able to get through those bars? I mean, if Olgrim can almost squeeze through,
You can try. It'll take some time. It's just a little awkward.
I will be also trying as hard as I can to get through there. If I have to dislocate shit to do it, I will.
Oh, okay. You can make an acrobatics roll with disadvantage.
Well, if Elmon can do it.
15, 19.
19.
Yes.
You have gotten through the fence. You wiggle your way, you dislocate, and you take 2d10 points of damage in doing so.
You shall roll that.
I'll let you roll it. You did it to yourself.
8. So I'm down to 20.
You scrape and hurt and bang up your body big time, but get through the slats like recklessly quick.
Yeah, and then get to Puck.
You're on your way there now. Olgrim, you said you were doing something.
Yes, I'm trying to get through the fencing.
Okay, how are you doing that? I said it was too big for you.
I have to suffer a little bit of injury to make that happen, so I will try to shear off some of this ice that
Okay.
is on my arm. Ideally, I will start with the shield shape first.
Okay. You slam your left arm.
And this is going with, no, just this kind of feral now,
All right.
dwarven fierceness to it.
You race over, you slam your left arm shield into the fencing, and the shield comes off along with your left wrist of ice. All that's ice. Just goes, the shield shatters, your wrist clatters to the ground with the ice band still around it. And you can try to go on through now, or you can, which will be a little harder, or you can continue to damage yourself to make the roll easier. It's up to you.
Say it again?
Sure.
Sorry.
You can attempt to start wiggling your way through now, but it will be challenging, or you can do additional damage to your ice arm to remove it entirely
Oh, I see what
to
you're saying.
increase
Okay.
your odds of getting through.
No, I'll try to wriggle through at the greater difficulty.
Okay. Then make an acrobatics roll, disadvantage, just like, and you'll still have the blessing.
All right.
Elmon, your blessing has gone away.
Okay.
A 10.
10 total?
Sorry. And my acrobatics, which I believe is substantial. 16.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that about Olgrim.
Oh, no, it's not acrobatics, athletics, right?
No, it's acrobatics.
Acrobatics, so 10. Athletics he's really good at, but acrobatics is dex.
All right, you have gotten halfway through the fence. You smash off that shield and your wrist. You start wiggling through and you're pushing and banging and hurting yourself getting through. You have also dealt yourself 2d10 points of damage.
All right.
Who's next?
Next up, God, each one is so crazy,
6 points.
is Avius Catorum. Everything's moving through the fence like a cheese grater.
So goes Avius.
Okay.
Yeah. What do I roll?
Okay, same thing. You will get through. Just acrobatics speeds it up. So acrobatics,
Disadvantaged?
acrobatics disadvantage can get you through it in one turn.
Okay. I'm coming. 13, 14, 15, and then what's the modifier?
Acrobatics skill
17.
17. The old wizard dives through. Unfortunately, your robe gets caught and does not follow you through, but you make
That's
it.
okay.
But you make
No,
it.
an advantage for everything.
You show your true nature, and you arrive on the other side and can make your way towards Puck as well.
That was just a move, right?
That was a move. You have an action. which can also be a move. Or
And Puck.
Can you stabilize Puck?
you're still about 8-10 feet away from Puck.
Yeah, then I cannot.
Okay.
I have to ask. No, I don't. I'm gonna shut up. It's bad enough.
I take. Do I do this? I do
It's
this.
about opportunity.
I take my second
Opportunity.
yellow rune
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
and once again hold it in my fist and let the energy drain from it, and then throw my arm towards Olgrim
He needs it. All right.
as I paralyze Olgrim again.
Paralyzing yellow magic.
I'm so sorry, Olgrim, but
We're all so sorry.
It's a chorus of I'm so sorry as everyone's hacking each other to bits. The police show up are
just
like,
like,
what the hell?
Am I still under a blessing or no?
You are still under the effects of a blessing. You do not get the Gray Ascent's +2 saving throw bonus.
Okay. Straight, disadvantage, advantage.
Straight. Wisdom.
No.
okay.
For the second time, Olgrim has been paralyzed. And
Good show, Avius.
yeah, and I'm sorry, you made it
No, he was only
partway
halfway
through. Yeah.
halfway through.
So you're just now stuck in this tight position halfway through this fencing slat. You're doing planking at this point.
Pretty much.
All right, Avis, you're done.
Yeah, I don't have any more. I don't have bonus actions, so
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
The creature Algespin no longer attacks or engages the goblin per your request because it sees the goblin's no longer a factor, which brings us to the goblin Puck. Puck, you are unconscious and you are bleeding out due to multiple arrow wounds.
Sorry.
You
I'm
need
so
to
sorry.
make a. Don't roll yet. You need to make a death saving throw. You already have 2 against you. If you fail this roll, you are no more and are dead. And the roll is not modified by anything. It is a straight roll. You just need to roll a 10 or higher, and you are fine.
Is he blessed?
18.
Woo!
You have 1 positive check. You need 3 of those before you're stable.
Can I help stabilize him?
It is your turn. You can spend your move to get over to him.
Yes.
And can stabilize him with a medicine roll, 10
Yes.
or higher.
Don't forget that D4.
No, it's my blessing.
No, he's not blessed
because I
anymore.
was the first one to get blessed.
Mangosian be with you.
And just about to get religious. Jesus, 10 or higher, right?
Yep, with medicine.
18.
Okay, you rip off a quick section from your own robe and wrap it. And you pull out your own arrows. You'll Anoran mastercraft it. You pull out your own arrows and then wrap them up real fast and stabilize Puck. Puck, you are no longer making death saving throws. And Elmon, you are done.
Okay,
Does that bring him to 1 hit point or 0?
Zero, no longer making rolls.
good. Which is why I did not cast Cure Light Wounds on him, because I want him unconscious still.
Thinking.
Olgrim.
Olgrim, you are up. You spend your turn completely stuck there, and you will yourself to try and move. Wiggle your big toe. Wiggle your big toe.
Wisdom saving.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is the blessing still active?
Yes.
Is a 15 good enough?
That
Oh, wait.
is-
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
That is good enough for this. This rune had a 14.
Yeah.
That is good enough. Your
Get it,
turn
Will.
is done,
Okay.
but you are
Huh?
now free
Get it,
of
go.
that spell. Avius, you are outside. I think everyone's outside the fence
Yeah.
except for half of Olgrim.
Right.
Right. He's not paralyzed, but he's still halfway in the
And
fence.
he is
He's still
pissed
stuck
off.
in there, yeah.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to pull the bracer, the Gray Ascent, off of Puck
Puck.
again.
All right. You reach over and you...
Do it.
What's that?
I do it.
All right, you grab it, you pull it off with ease. Touching it, however, you sense a wave of power
That's fine.
flash across you. and you feel a need to put it on yourself. Just tickle the back of your head. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shh.
How many hit points does Avius have?
Shit.
Avius is full health at 42.
I rolled a critical fail.
I went out of this group.
Wait a couple minutes.
Knowing that I have no problem against this earlier, I nonchalantly pull it off, but it catches...
Complete disrespect
It
for the magic
catches
you
my
hold.
eye for a moment, and I just wonder what it might... What would it feel like?
Isn't it?
Just the tip.
There's so much power. I can just try it on. It's fine. And
I guess.
it slipped.
And keep in mind, there's an old wizard wearing nothing but the Gray Ascent. I don't think that's ever happened.
You
in
don't know
history
where I
of this.
put it on, do you?
Is there any way I can catch him before he actually physically gets it on?
You're right there. You can make a strength roll. Avius, make a strength roll with advantage.
Okay. Am I still blessed?
You are still
I got a
blessed.
17.
You win.
With a what?
12.
Okay. Elma, at the last second, you grab on and are able to keep him from putting it on. But the two of you are now locked, pulling it back and forth. No one has complete ownership of it. This thing just will not end.
Elman, no, it's okay. I'm
The hell
strong.
it is.
I'm stronger than it is. It's fine.
I see the look in your eye.
No, that's just glaucoma.
We humans.
And three of you are incensed by this thing. And as you touch it, Elmon, you sense this wave of power wash over you. And that charming resilience isn't quite as strong as you thought. You need to make a wisdom saving throw, and I will give you advantage on it, but you're no longer blessed. Good luck.
Advantage is pretty good.
18.
You were able to resist the lure of this chaotic artifact. Chaos is certainly successful so far. Puck, you are out. Elmon.
Olgrim?
Olgrim or Elmon?
Elmon.
Elmon.
Okay, I will rip it out of Avius's hands.
No!
And then where is the closest exit?
Well, that's another roll you're going to have to make. He does not want that to happen.
Okay.
Strength versus strength.
9.
I got a 3.
You just push the old man down and take a social security check. And
Wait,
you have it in your hands.
I didn't roll my blessing. I got a 5.
Where is the closest exit?
There's a door that you guys came up. You can go run down.
Move.
All right, you are moving.
I'm out. I'm leaving all these freaking chaos obsessed fools behind.
You
And
mean your former companion?
Yes.
Olgrim,
Bunch of weak-willed fools at this point.
Olgrim, you are now clear of the fence on the correct side of it. What would you like to do?
I see him running.
Yes.
And put the gray set on. Yeah!
I see him running. Avius is there. Puck's on the ground. Am I out of the fence?
You are out of the fence.
I race up to Puck.
Okay. You are standing over unconscious Puck, who's barely breathing.
Stop where you are, Elman.
And I draw my blade to Puck's neck.
What? What?
I keep going.
You're going to leave?
Yep.
Okay.
There's nothing. There's 3 of you.
Elman!
And you all want me dead at this point, so
I just want the Grey Ascent. Give it
I'm
to
not
me.
listening. I don't stop.
Stop him, Avius.
Can Avius stop him?
You guys have an opportunity. Olgrim, you do anything about that, or are you good?
Well, I can't catch him.
No,
And I've
did
made
you
a
want to
threat.
kill Puck or not? He's completely at your mercy.
If he bolts, then yes.
Okay.
I will slash at Puck.
All right.
Jeez.
Sorry, Puck.
You do what you gotta do.
So if I understand this correctly,
Actually, no. Hold
Yes.
on. If Avius does nothing, I will slash at Puck.
okay. So let me summarize because this is very important. Olgrim, you say, come back or I kill him. You've got your sword right at the unconscious Puck who's lying on the ground's throat. Elmon, you see that briefly and
I never
ignore
even
it.
turned around.
No, you just keep running.
I'm just out.
And as he's running for the stairs, just about to disappear, Avius, do you want to do anything?
How much under the charm of the Grey Ascent am I? Is it? Do I just want
And then
it,
we all die.
or do I want it at all costs?
You want it at all costs, and these idiots do not deserve it by far.
Oh shit!
It is yours.
Well then, Elmon, don't move. Okay.
He only has 20 hit points.
Oh my god. I think I know what you're gonna do.
Here comes Flaming Sphere. That's probably my best action if I got there. Okay.
Or paralyze.
I don't have any more of those.
Oh.
I used them all on you. Flaming Sphere.
All right.
I don't have to roll for it. It
No,
just
a large
happens.
sphere of flame appears. Where does it appear?
It appears right in
Right in front of
where Elmon's running.
He's heading towards a doorway that leads to stairs.
It happens in the doorway.
Okay.
Or closer if it needs to be closer.
No, that's a perfect spot for it. Boom. Fire appears. Olgrim, what is your action with sword blade at goblin throat?
Avius did something, so I will start to move towards
Elmon needs to do a dex save.
Okay.
Well, you didn't land it on me.
You still...
Yeah, so what's it read? If they start or end their turn, I think?
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Are you within 5 feet?
No.
He is now, but it's the
Okay.
start of his turn. You can also bounce it into people.
As a bonus action, I can move it.
You have a bonus action.
As a bonus action, I can move the sphere 30 feet. So I will move it into Elmon.
Okay. Keep in mind, if you choose to do that, you will be unblocking the stairwell. So that you either use it as a weapon or use it as a possible barrier.
The sphere is how big, though? 20-foot radius. Oh, no. Light. Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep it in the doorway.
Okay. Then we are at Elmon.
I lower my head, cover my face as much as I can with the cloak,
Okay.
charge straight through the flaming sphere, and continue my move.
All right. Normally it says at the end of your round, but you will take the full blast with no dexterity roll.
That's
you
fine.
take 2d6 points of fire damage.
Avius, you want to roll that?
Okay. 6. And that's 10.
Okay.
Flaming elf goes running through and down the dark stairs, trailing fire and smoke, and running very quickly. Olgrim and Avius, you guys may both make wisdom saving throws.
assuming the blessing is gone.
Your blessing is gone. All blessings gone.
14.
As is 13.
Okay, never mind. What would you two guys like to do?
I'm assuming we're still charmed.
Yep.
I guess Naked Avius is moving the sphere and running after Elmo.
Okay, the sphere's getting out of the way, and you're running down the
Yep.
stairs. Okay.
And Olgrim would be following.
Okay.
The sphere's moving down the stairs, but it only moves 30 feet, so
You move faster than the sphere. It'll be getting in your way.
then it's out of the way.
Okay.
Not a problem with me.
Okay. You move the sphere out of the way. The two of you go running down the steps, chasing after the fleet-footed Elmon, leaving the stable but barely alive Puck all to himself with a weird serpentine thing circling around it.
Yeah.
If I could yell while I'm just been heal Puck.
Okay. Elmon, you're running like crazy, and boom, you're out into some strange workshop with pieces of automatons you destroyed earlier, and this weird machine half guy sitting inside of a desk type thing, and you run past all of that, and then you're down another stairwell, and running like crazy, you hear the skitter of cogs and gears above you in that room, and you can hear they're giving chase. You run down stairs, and now you're at the bottom of the clockwork tower. You race across that area past an elevator you guys never even took on the way up, and race towards the side door. And as soon as you go out the side door, you finally hit clean air. There's this moment of, okay, I'm finally safe, and there's this giant metal 8-legged construction just tearing apart this building, shredding the roof of it, pulling sections off. People are screaming and running. You hear off in the distance a guard tower bell ringing very loudly.
Take a hard right turn and keep running.
Okay. You are running like crazy. Time goes by. It's been a minute or two, and Olgrim and Avius, you guys come to your senses mostly. You both do not have a compelling drive to acquire the Gray Ascent, but you still feel this lingering need, this loss, that it's gone. You know Elmon has taken it. You know it's probably a good idea that he's taken it, but you really wish he'd bring it back. But you've stopped your relentless Terminator pursuit of him. And you kind of look at each other. Wounded, your arm, the last section of your arm is just dripping ice off, and then you're standing in the street. This giant spider's there, and the two are just looking at each other nonchalantly with this naked old man standing next to you.
That's the spiders just take the shit out.
Avius has a half boner, by the way.
Little chubby.
just in case that's important. I really don't know what to do now. Where's Puck? What's? Oh my! What is that creature? What's wrong with your arm? Where do you think Elmon took the Gray Ascent? Maybe he took it to safe. Maybe he went to the vault. Maybe he's keeping it safe there. Yes, you think he is?
I think Olgrim just vomits in a corner.
That's so much fitting.
Needs to purge.
That seems perfect.
Puck's upstairs.
Is he okay? Is he okay alone? Maybe we could just... He needs the rest. We can just leave him, yes?
Not with this building coming apart.
And Olgrim will start thudding his way up.
All right, you get halfway up and meet Puck coming halfway down. You have been healed by Algespin for 8 points of damage.
Jeez.
And Algespin says, I thank you for your service. I do not know what is occurring in this encounter, but I wish you all the best. And this confused helper just kind of just flies away.
Now, side
I
question.
assume that was a one use.
I was about to ask, do we know if it's genie in the bottle?
Only
three
one way to
wishes?
find out.
Okay, well.
You get a stuck pickle jar.
He just flips around it.
Cast blessing on you.
Blesses the pickle jar.
Bless my pickles, Algespin.
All right, so Puck, Olgrim, and Avius, you guys are now outside of the clock tower. There's more screaming and chaos as you cannot see the giant spider, but you can certainly hear it crunching, steam whistling out of it, and more crunching and cries from the public. There's absolutely no sign of Elmon, and the three of you are standing outside the tower. And Puck.
I brought Avius's robe down.
Okay, thank you. I was about to go get it.
Gotta walk back up.
Puck, you have the same sensations as they do. You are not aggressively after this artifact any longer, but you certainly miss it.
I kind of want that back. But I don't know. I want it back real bad, but I didn't like how you guys acted when I had it on. Like, you should have been on my side.
Well, on your side?
I could have made great things happen.
I'm the magician. I know how to use
Mistakes
such
were
things.
made.
Let's not bicker and argue about who killed who.
We do have a bigger problem, though.
We do with this big spider.
And one wonky elf who ran off with this cursed object.
He wasn't wearing it.
Off of this, you hear, "Ha! It's all mine!"
He goes flying by through the night sky.
Well, I'd say let's pack it up and go home, but we have the spider thing out.
We do. Well, how far away is the spider?
A block or two away.
Should we get some help? We're not going to be able to beat this thing.
Well, I've heard the guard bells ring, so
You can hear a second one now, yeah.
and there they go again. I'm not just hearing that, right?
No, it's there.
Okay.
I don't know how much I'm going to be worth here. I'm pretty beat up. So's the dwarf.
My arm! Where's my arm?
He notices it for the first time.
I'm gonna kill that dwarf or that elf!
We need to get him to a temple. We need to get him to somebody who can help him.
This
I can't help. I don't know what to do with the ice arm.
but the spider is. Somebody has to do something about this destruction.
The dwarf and I aren't going to be any help. We'll die.
How big is the spider? Is the construct? How big is it?
How big is the construct? The construct is 10. It is 20 feet, not 18 feet tall,
Okay.
and maybe 25 feet. No, it's got those longer spider legs, so it's maybe 40 feet in
Diameter.
length and diameter, that kind of thing. Yeah.
40 feet in diameter, 18 feet tall.
Brass, metal, steel, and iron.
I don't suppose it's just wind up. We just have to wait it out.
No, there's no wind up on the back of it.
Okay.
Good idea, though.
I've got a good swinging arm left.
Puck. Head to the Church of Lothian.
I'm gonna go get some other conciliators to help.
Yes. Head that way. Find Elmon. Take care of yourself, and Olgrim and I will do our best.
Where do you think Elmon is?
Well,
That's a good idea.
Find him, let me know.
I should find him. You're right.
Remember, he's only got 10 hit points left.
Well, it's more than me.
I'm quaffing the shit out of health potions as I'm running. Don't worry.
I think he went to the vault, or to Jaman, or maybe he went to.
You can't get in the vault.
Oh, this is true. Maybe he went to go see our friend. He was quite worried about the gray scent, and now we have it. And I don't know. I don't know where he is.
Okay, I'll find him.
The goblin runs off with a skip in his step.
Yeah.
And Olgrim and
Start
Avius.
making haste towards this creature.
All right, make a tracking roll. No, I'm just kidding.
Before Puck leaves, he's gonna cast level 2 cure wounds on the dwarf for 14.
Ooh, what? Huge heal. And a little bit of camaraderie returning in that healing magic.
There's a couple points of shame in there too. It's like, I tried to kill you, but
Elmon!
Yes.
You've been running wild through the streets of the city of Tullus. What have you been doing all this
I'm
time?
finally having shed myself from the fools that I was with. I am heading towards wherever I know Priest Daewon of the Conciliators is. So his temple, the Lothian temple that I know that, like, I'm assuming the same one that we were originally tried in, is where I've been beating feet towards.
You head over there. You are at the temple door, and you bang, and after a short time, you hear a couple big boards get moved, lock type things, and the door creaks open.
So I'm standing there and I'm like breathing really heavily, bent over, hold up my hand.
You're still on fire.
Since she's still smoking.
I breathe for about 10 seconds before I could actually speak because I've been. I'm going to speak to Priest Daewon immediately.
He says, and who are you?
I am Elmon Yabel of the Conciliators. And I show them my pin.
Oh, upon seeing your pin, he says, come in.
It is an urgent matter. I must see him now. I cannot wait.
What? Oh, hold on. Just come in.
No, man, no.
That's a nice bracelet.
I also have the gray Ascent, like, tucked as far
just
away.
wrapped around your neck like an African tribe member.
Yeah, exactly. As you know, covered in. I've taken off my cloak at this point and like wrapped it up in my cloak, so there's like some like cover between it and anybody else.
Okay, sounds good. So
I'm still wearing pants, Avius. Thank you.
After a couple moments, the priest of the temple arrives, a man you've never seen before, and this priest comes up and speaks. What is this all about?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Elmon Yabel. Who are you?
I am Priest Saron.
Where's Daewon?
He is not here.
Where is he?
He is at his temple.
Where's his temple?
It is in Midtown. He gives you the street location.
I turn around and start running.
What? All right. He calls after you. You ignore him. After some time, you are at the other temple.
Bam, 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 bam.
Still on fire. And the door opens up. There is another young acolyte there. Hello. It is past hours. Can you come back at dawn at second ringing?
I need to speak to Priest Daewon immediately. I'm Elmon Yabel. I show him the pin of the Conciliators. It is an urgent matter regarding what's going on in the city right now.
Oh,
macroed.
I'm afraid Priest Daewon isn't. No, just kidding.
He said his other temple.
His summer temple.
His summer temple.
Of course, come in right away.
And I'm like holding my cloak, clutching it, looking around. Like,
can I take that cloak for you? You hold a sword to it. All right. This young acolyte runs off, and
I'm not letting anybody close to me if I can help it. I'm very concerned about my space bubble right now.
Okay.
Like,
you are in the foyer, and anyone that comes in to check in on you, see what's going on, offer you some water, they just stay the hell away from you until Priest Daewon approaches. And there are some other, and he's a very high-ranking, decently high-ranking priest. Some other priests are with him, and as he sees it's you, he motions for them to go away and take down their massive priest spells that they had already protected themselves with. And he approaches. He's a bearded fellow in some nice, expensive night robes, purplish, with a nice sash around, and he comes striding up and says, what is it, my son?
We must speak privately.
Of course. And walks you through towards a private study of his. As you're walking, he says, when I spoke to you about your function with our group, I mentioned to keep this a relative secret and come through the rear entrance if necessary. This must be something of dire importance.
It certainly is.
He closes the door behind the two of you, and you sit down at a luxurious, thick wooden desk.
Well, he may sit down. I'm still standing.
Okay.
And a decent span away from him, so he's not within like close reach of it.
Within goblin feral distance?
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna unfurl the cloak and say, "This is the Gray Ascent. It's some sort of object of chaos. It's been responsible for a lot of what's happening in the city. Every single one of my wonderful party members who has touched this was possessed by it, and they all tried to kill each other. I managed to, through my strong will alone, avoid its effects, but it needs to be destroyed. I had to flee from them. They were attacking each other and trying to kill me to get it back. Anybody who touches it, other than me apparently, is affected by it. It needs to be destroyed."
He was midway through pouring you both some wine into some nice glasses and stops upon seeing the Gray Ascent. I am going to roll a 20-sided die. You don't need to worry about this at all. You don't even need to look over here. Just hold on a second real fast. Okay, you're fine. Priest Daywon says...
He should get at least a bless on that.
Easy, my son. I understand you've been through a trying time.
Take it easy when this thing's destroyed. And I'll see it destroyed. I'm not... This isn't like the Howlet powder.
I can sense there is something powerful about this. Do you feel it's safe for me to cast a spell upon it to sense more?
No. I don't know.
I feel it worthy. Hold one moment. And he heads out to the door and says, "Come," and summons in the two other priests. And he explains, "We have a possible dangerous artifact on our hands, and I need
And as they come in, I kind of cover it.
Okay.
So...
Some acolyte from like 3 chambers. He says, "I need to identify what is going on with this item and some protections," and they work out some magic system, and they start casting some spells upon themselves. Daywon casts a spell upon you, and you feel a little more calm. I don't...
Can I resist to stay agitated?
And you heal 21 points of damage as well as he casts a high-end Cure Wounds upon you. You are healed a great deal. This magical energy surrounds you briefly. You can try and, you can be agitated if you want.
Okay. I will remain agitated.
All right. And he starts casting another spell upon the Gray Ascent. You see no effect, but you see his eyebrows get very furrowed. He's kind of circling around it as though it's like a snake he's trying to grab from behind. And he's watching it. The other priests are casting spells upon him.
I'm not drawing my bow, but...
But drawing it?
Yeah. I'm just, just kind of like stretching, be like, I should take this off from around my shoulder, and just kind of holding it there.
All right.
I don't like that roll.
And he continues to circle. You see a couple shimmering, angelic, yellow, brief shimmers go around him of some sort of protection spell you're not familiar with that are cast by the other 2 priests in the room. And he speaks as he's going around. Yes, this is of a power I have not sensed quite before. And your allies, they are no longer with us. He has not taken his eyes off this thing. He continues to circle, casting his magic.
I am not certain of their fate. They were all possessed and trying to kill me and get the Gray Ascent when I left them behind. It was the only way that
you will hold! And he points his hand at one of the 2 priests, and that priest is locked and paralyzed. He says, "Cover it again, Elmon." And he and the second priest grab onto the paralyzed priest and start to remove him from the room.
I cover it.
Okay. You cover it. You hear a struggle outside and more magic being cast, and the door is closed to your room. You hear a scuffle and more people entering the main worshipping area, and after about 2 minutes, the door opens, and Elmon and the second priest arrive.
Who and the second priest?
Sorry, not Elmon. Daewon and the second priest arrive. And he says, what you speak of is clearly the truth. I have no means of dealing with something of this power.
Okay, so I wrap it up and leave.
But
How do we
I
destroy it?
know somewhere that might be able to. I do not think it will be hard for you to find. There is a tower in the Midtown district. A tower that is clean and pure that you cannot miss. And when you see it, knock upon the door and share with them what you have shared with me. And those within can take care of this.
Is it the Fortress of the Redeemed?
It is not. It is a place known as the Pale Tower.
What?
They will have nothing to do with you in any situation but this. And they will take it quite seriously, I assure you.
Very well.
Is there anything else we can do?
I could get some more of that healing. That'd be great.
I'm afraid not. No. He is able to heal you.
Maybe a little blessing?
He's able to heal you. He is able to give you a... No, it won't last that long.
Okay.
He's able to heal you to full.
Okay.
He doesn't touch you, but just says, I wish you the best. And return when you can to tell me the news of what happened.
By the way, there's a giant mechanical spider tearing apart the city as we speak. Almost forgot to mention that. Really bad news. It was like eating people. Might want to send some guys out, take care of that. And also, if you can, Clock Tower left my party back there. I feel kind of bad about that, but maybe send somebody out there to help them too if you can. I gotta go. All right. I'm out.
Leave. You leave Elmon, and as you make your way towards, I'm assuming, where he told you.
Yes, and I will be doing so stealthily. So I am actively avoiding anybody, including friends of mine
Okay.
that may be looking for me.
Is what you think until you step outside. As from here to where you're going, there is a lot of commotion, and there are tons of people on the street. It is like 2 a.m, I think, at this point, and the streets are filled. People are talking. They can still hear some chaos off in the distance. So you are completely seen at all times by everyone. However, you have massive advantage about not being seen by your friends. So
Right.
that's the good news.
So I'm kind of like
Blending in.
I'm like, holding the Gray Ascent close to me. I'm like, anybody gets close to me, I'm throwing elbows at them. Very suspicious if anybody even like looks at me with a glint in their eye. Like, I don't know, probably gonna run like a motherfucker. But and making it to the best of my ability as quickly as I can to the Pale Tower.
Okay. You make your way through the streets. It is cold out, and you feel, even though you're surrounded by lots of people, you feel very alone. You've barely escaped several times this night, and you can't even trust your closest friends. As you walk, you shoulder past people, you double check someone who kind of gives you a look, and you keep on going. You're making your way towards Midtown. You think you see some taller tower, and you're kind of heading in that direction when you see a familiar face in the crowd. And the face looks back at you in recognition. Excuse me. It is a female cleric wearing Lothian armor with a mace at her side. She has her shield out. She is absolutely ready to go to war. You faced her earlier during the trial. She helped arrest you.
Yeah.
You see her coming from a side street as you approach. She looks at you with a grave look and immediately falls right in line behind you without a word and follows with the hand of the hilt on her mace hanging from her hip. She is looking at all street corners and is just following you. And she's looking at all alleys as she follows you wherever you go. And she's also looking up into the sky. She's got this look of grim determination.
Not sure if I like that.
Tough shit.
Oh, I mean, I might be able to lose her, but okay.
Okay.
You can use your words. I'm sort of beyond words at this point. I'll slow down a little bit and kind of like move over so she can like see if she moves up beside me type thing.
She gets very close to you, but still stays behind you, slightly to your side. She does not look at you at all and is continuing to just watch the crowd and pushing people out of the way so they don't get near you.
I'll like kind of turn and be like, "Why are you following me?"
She says, "Keep moving. Do not show me what you have."
All right, ignore her. Moving forward.
Okay.
Keep going.
She falls in line right behind you, and the two of you make your way through the crowded streets of the city, heading towards this tower. You cross a couple streets, the crowd thins out a little bit, and you come across this beautiful, thinnish, maybe 60 foot in diameter tower that's tall, made of bright white stone. It doesn't give off light or anything like that, but it just looks perfectly pristine. Not a single window on it. There is a single iron door at the bottom, and it has a steep roof at the top, and it's pretty tall, about maybe 80 feet up. And there's just a few people walking these streets trying to join the crowds further out. She stops at this intersection area, and she just stands away from the tower and watches you and looks like she's going to be staying there and not moving anytime soon.
Saying to no one in particular, I guess I'll just knock and walk right up and bang, 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 bang.
You bang upon the door. As you do so, you hear a creak of the door, and almost instant, like there's someone right on the other side. It creaks open, and you sense a bit of magic also opening in this space, as though where the door has opened, now magic has allowed entry as well. And beyond, you see a stone wall right beyond the door, and that the door is somehow moving past, and you realize it is not a stone wall, as it has a face. And it is a golem-made stone.
Ooh, construct.
And it construct hunter. And it lowers its head down underneath the doorway so it can get a look at you. And it speaks in a low, gravelly voice. Speak, elf.
I am told I will be allowed to pass for this one and one reason only. I have a magical object that you can destroy or otherwise turn inert. And I hold up the cloak, shake it.
And it takes 2 loud steps backwards, boom, boom, and opens the door even wider inside.
Come in.
You enter. As you enter this tower, you have
The goblin runs out of the corner.
You have a sense of peace and calm that comes over you. There is an ease you cannot resist. Your panicness is subdued by quite a bit. The golem closes the door behind you, and you find yourself in a big 80 by 80 foyer, which is already significantly bigger than the size of the tower itself. Okay. And there are other side doors that lead off of it. The place is very Spartan. There is a hard-looking couch here and a table next to it and a coat hanger, but everything is very smooth-walled. And the stone golem speaks and says, "Sit," and motions towards the couch. And it starts slowly stomping away towards one of the doors.
Feeling calmer now, I'll go ahead and sit down.
All right. You sit down on this couch. You feel odd sitting there in silence, waiting, wondering what's going to happen. When a man comes in, he is an older fellow, gray beard, looks a little muscular, and has a long sword sheathed at his side. And he says, "Well, good evening. Who might you be?"
I am Elmon Yabael. Who are you?
"I am Esgalar Masters. Perhaps you've heard of me."
Yes, I believe I have.
The Island of Masters, of course.
From Masters Island, yes, of course. You're a famous cartographer, right?
The jig is up! I hear you've come into some trouble.
That's one way to put it.
Well, they will certainly take care of you here, and worry not, you're in good hands.
Who's they?
The beings that inhabit this tower.
That's less helpful than you might think.
He comes over close to put a reassuring hand on your shoulder if you'd let him. Did you just hiss at him? You can glare at him if you want.
Yeah,
all right.
I through my body language, I make it pretty clear I'm not interested in engaging in any physical contact right now.
But I'm a hugger.
He says, "No offense intended, friend."
Like, I'm sorry, just what I have has me a little bit edgy. Let me speak to these beings. This business needs to be dealt with.
He says, one will be coming shortly. And again, you're in good hands. You are safe here.
Thank you.
And he carries on to a different chamber, and you hear him having some general conversation with someone else.
You are safe here.
Time goes by, just a few more minutes, and you see a light approaching from one of the doorways, and in comes a man wearing nothing but a pair of...
Avians?
A happy smile.
A pair of trousers, white trousers that looked very clean and very expensive. No shoes, no shirt. He is service. Absolutely chiseled with an amazing six-pack. He's got broad shoulders. He's got a huge square head, beautiful, gorgeous head. No hair on him whatsoever. He is emanating a light glow of energy behind him, around him, actually. And as he enters, there is an extreme air about him of serenity and peace. You are even more calm than you have been before. And you sense the power that's been going on in the Gray Ascent. You can sense that it's still there, but now you don't feel it in your hands or even in the back of your mind that you're having to resist. It's there, it's not gone, but you are in much more control now. He steps in. Sometimes it almost feels like he's gliding across the floor, but he takes his steps and he comes over, and he's tall too. He's like 6.5, 7 feet tall.
Stand up.
He says in a very soothing voice, I am Pathiel Namien. I am here in this world to help. You are in trouble.
I am Pathiel Namien. I am in possession of a item of chaos that is beyond the ability of the Lothian priests to deal with, and has possessed my friends, perhaps to their death. Only I have been strong enough to resist the temptation.
There's an eye roll series going on half a mile away.
And it must be destroyed.
May I see it?
Roll for persuasion. With disadvantage. I will, I guess, set it down on the bench or whatever and unfurl it, the cloak, and then kind of, step back and watch him for any, reaction.
Okay. You unfurl it. He does not react in the slightest and is reaching out to grab it. Are you okay with that?
No.
He doesn't have any hesitation. He's not like investigating. He's just reaching out just to pick it up like it were any old trinket.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to allow it.
Okay. He reaches out, grabs it, and picks it up and looks at it as though it were some shiny oddity of a bauble, and doesn't even seem curious about it, just looking at it plainly. And then he places it back on your cloak.
I thought you were going to say he places it on his wrist.
This is an incredibly powerful item of chaos, created long, long ago.
Don't say it, but I'm thinking, yeah, I said that. But
even before my arrival. You did well to bring it here.
Can you destroy it? Or get rid of the magic in it?
There is no means to destroy it or the power within. It was created by forces that have been in this world for a very long time. However, we can suppress it in our vault. There is no safer place in this city or this world than that place. It contains several items that should not be out there amongst man.
And those that have been affected by it?
The entire effects will be suppressed as though there is no effect at all emanating from it.
A business person of ours had been obsessed by it. The obsession will subside in him. And those that were once possessed?
Yes.
If my companions are still alive?
Yes.
I seem to have no choice but to trust you. The Lothian priests seem to believe that you have the power to divest me of this. Do you need anything more from me?
There is a price to pay for suppressing this, and it is one that I will pay. This cannot exist with men.
In that we agree.
He looks at you and reaches to scoop up the cloak with the gray Ascent in, but does not do so until you make any motion.
My nod.
All right. He picks up the cloak with the gray Ascent in it and says, goes to place a hand on your shoulder. They're big on that here.
It's okay.
He places a hand on your shoulder and you feel an angelic, radiant power coursing through your atheist body. He says, excuse me, he says, you have done well to bring this here, and you have suffered. Carry on and do good work for mankind. and you feel a protective aura go around your body, and you are protected by 2 automatic saving throws against the next 2 spells that are ever cast across you.
Nice.
Is the curse that I'm currently under lifted as well, perchance?
What was that curse?
+5 to all radiant damage for being an idiot.
Ooh, he just dealt like 80 points of radiant. That is absolutely wiped.
Yay. All right, so I get auto saves against the next 2 spells cast again. I will
Yes.
automatically succeed against
And
any
that
save.
is as long as it takes. And he takes this, holding it out almost like weird, dirty trash, and leaves the room. Upon leaving, you have a good similar effect to the Grey Ascent of it's kind of sad to see him leave. There was a good presence when he was there. And as he leaves, a massive stone walks in slowly and walks over towards the door.
Did he take my cloak?
Yes.
Okay. I give a little sad thing to that. I eye the golem up like I'm thinking about killing it, and then leave
All right, you leave.
and start heading back towards the clock tower.
All right, and the door is closed. Elmon, you make your way back towards the clock tower and can hear some cheering from a large amount of people, and can see there is a spider that's all curled up in that spidery death throw. Mechanically, it's missing chunks. There's flaming parts on it. You see there are 4 dead city guard. There's several dead civilians, a couple that are wounded and being moved away. There are several guard spellcasters that are standing over triumphantly, as well as some of your friends. I believe Olgrim and Avius, you were charging after that spider, correct? And you can see Olgrim is standing on top of the spider, on its belly since it's on its back now. And Avius, you're winding your arms down from casting spells. And
I still have half a heart on.
okay.
I tried to basically get up to them without them actually seeing me, so I can like appear right beside them,
All
more or
right.
less.
You're making your way there.
Oh, I see you coming. I'm an alert dwarf.
We'll see.
Olgrim and Avius, you guys, as you don't know if it was connected to this spider or not, but not too long after its death, just moments ago, you felt a tremendous weight leave you, and the draw and pull of the Grey Ascent is completely and utterly gone. You have no interest in it whatsoever. You feel like your old selves. There's no lingering need for it. And you are aware of your actions previously. There's no haze about it. You're like, oh man, that was really crazy. And there's this release about it all.
We beat the spider!
Well done. I feel better. I'm glad we killed this spider.
Puck, however, it kills Elma.
Goblin.
And Elmon, you are able to join them.
So I appear before them and eye them both for a few seconds. We cool?
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
Where's Puck?
Where is Puck?
Where's Puck?
Where are you, Puck?
I'm here.
Puck's here too.
No, Puck would have raced off to Jamon's temple
Jamon's temple.
to try to find. I mean, Ilmon could have gone anywhere,
Yeah.
but I went there because we're familiar with it and hoping
Okay.
that's where he went.
All right. So back on top of the spider area, a grateful shop owner gives you a new robe, Avius, since you're naked in the carnage.
No, he had his robe.
Yeah, I got
Brought
it.
it.
back.
Oh no, you did get a robe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I got it.
The only
He
one
doesn't
that's
give you
missing articles of clothing is our poor cloakless guy.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything to help the spider. They're not giving you jack.
So are we cool?
No. No, we're not. You almost let me kill Puck.
If I'd stayed, we'd all be dead.
And I punch Elmon.
All right. Come on, you take 2 plus whatever your strength bonus is. What's your strength bonus, Olgrim?
Do we not roll? Make
No,
an
this
attack
one's
roll?
guaranteed dramatic.
Guaranteed.
You take, we'll say 3. We'll take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Big hit. You were knocked down, caught off guard.
Now, we're poor.
Where's Puck? Let's just stand up.
He's right there.
Dust myself off and...
That felt good.
We can move forward in time and catch up to Puck then, unless you guys have other actions you want to take.
No, if it goes up to Puck, yeah. So yeah, no, I'm moving on.
Avius just wants to let everyone know.
Go ahead, say it.
They've got to have a chubby.
Hey,
Look at this.
Keep looking.
first time in years.
It's more of a Great Descent.
This is where we have the police squad moment.
Yes, when you tell your children and your children's children what happened here today, know that it was Avius Catorum and his friends who downed the great mechanical spider.
Someone from the crowd watching you. But my wife died.
And didn't he just hit him? What's going on?
What happened to my shop?
This day will go down in history as the day that the town was saved from the great mechanical spider.
Make a persuasion roll, Avius Catorum.
19.
Oh, you turn the crowd, and they start.
Actually, 21.
They start chanting, "Avius, Avius, Avius."
Avius has his arms up.
Someone
He's kind of
rolls his eyes.
bouncing.
And you guys head away from this chaos. You hear some more destruction going on behind you as some of the buildings fall down. But you
From all the chanting?
and you make your way back to Middle Hawk's Tavern, your home, and find Puck there, who's given up in frustration. Puck, you also are completely clear-headed and no longer under the influence of the Grey Ascent.
And just as a kind of a side note, any questions or inquiries or anything about the Grey Ascent that I'm asked by the party, I give no information. Like it's gone. That's all you need to know. Period. End of story. So,
You want to say anything to Puck? Puck, to the guys?
I see my friends, and I have 4 beers, and I give them each one. It's been an emotional day.
Sorry about the arrows in the back, buddy.
Yeah, here they are, by the way. You can have them back.
They're still bloody.
You're still in his back.
it was necessary.
I kind of understand.
You would have done the same for me.
He says in a question.
Yes, I would have. I'm glad we're all here. I'm glad we're still together. Some of us a little worse for wear.
What the hell happened to your arm?
Yeah, what's left of his ice arm right now?
There is nothing left of your ice arm anymore.
Oh my God.
It has melted away.
From bicep down?
Yeah, he's got just enough of a stub that a modern day prosthetic could attach to it.
Okay.
That can't be good.
Oh, that's not good.
Perhaps some
healing.
the fine woman who makes the clockwork statues can make Olgrim a new arm. Yes.
It's not likely to happen. I don't see us healing very soon.
Oh no, not healing, just replacing.
I don't see a replacement either.
Just stick a shield on it.
It's bolted in, giant tower shield. You guys drink and get some rest. It's a well-deserved rest. After your rest, you get back half your maximum hit points, round down. You get back half your hit dice. And you can also spend those hit dice if you need to recover any additional hit points.
Yeah. Everybody's at full health except for Puck, who's down a little bit, and he'll use 2 hit dice.
All right, roll away. And then you get back all your spells and most of your abilities. You can do more.
Yeah.
Almost fully healed?
Almost. 3 off.
Can you spend the hit dice before resting and then rest?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Same.
Oh, and then you get them back?
And then you...
Or a portion of them.
Yeah, a portion of them.
You get half of them back.
Half your total.
Okay. So yeah, everybody's at full health.
Okay.
Mhm.
It is noon the next day. You guys have deserved a sleep in for sure. When there is a knock upon your door, Elmon/Avius.
I'm in no mood.
Found this bracelet outside.
Yeah, I had to get one more.
I just stroke your cheek. They're there. They're there. I snuggle up closer to you.
I'll listen
You
at
get
the
it this
door.
time.
Put my ear to the door. Who is it?
You say that. You also hear Puck say the same thing. Puck, your door has been knocked on, and you open the door and have just said the same thing. And Puck, you can see, and Elmon, you can hear in between your 2 rooms. So the 4 of you split 2 rooms. You can see standing in between your 2 rooms in the corridor there is the shoot. Hold
Our
on.
rooms are across the hall from each other?
Yeah.
They're not like suites?
No.
Oh.
You can see the manservant Burns is standing there.
I was going to say we need to go see Malil.
Master Malil has requested your presence across the street at the freight yard, please.
Must be some pressing business to get you out of the manor.
You open the door and tell them that?
Yeah.
I will wait for you to prepare.
Is Jorn with him?
No.
God damn it!
We won't go until Jorn's there.
What'd you let? You throw a flower pot at him?
No, I carved an eyeball, a big, like, baseball-sized eyeball, and I
And then,
hit him in the head with it.
right, and then we moved and Puck moved the flower pots in front of the door
That's
to
right.
lock him in.
Yeah.
Because Avius wouldn't cast Arcane Lock.
Yeah.
That's like level 3. I'm not wasting a level 3 on that.
It's a goblin version of Arcane.
What would you like to do?
I guess get ready and go, I assume.
Okay, armoring up for battle, taking it casual. What's your...
Abius is always taking it casual.
Puck's armored up, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a silly question to Elmon, so...
And same thing for you, Olgrim.
Olgrim is bandaged and armored, and weapon is drawn and out.
Okay.
But no shield.
No shield.
No shield ever. And I punch Elmon again.
I should start punching you for threatening to kill your friend.
The 4 of you leave your rooms, and you really don't talk much to each other. This quiet, unspoken...
A little bit uneasy.
The unease. Maybe we don't talk too much about last night kind of vibe this afternoon when you wake up. And
AVA's protocol number 4, as it's commonly called.
And you follow Burns, the manservant, down the stairs of Middlehawks. This way, please. You follow him down. There's a little bit of activity going on at Middlehawks. Some people eating and chatting, and you head out to the street. There's a light snow that has fallen. And as you walk across, there is a freight yard across the street. that's made up of some fencing and multiple warehouses where merchants can do some deals and arrangements and can have supplies prepped and moved around to different parts of the street. This one's empty. There's nothing going on. There's not even any commodities there. And Burns is taking you towards a large door, towards a meeting area or a merchant area. And you quickly are gaining on Nor, the owner of Middlehawks. He is also crossing the street, heading towards the freight yard. And he has a wooden cask of ale in under one arm, and in his other arm he's holding a large platter that's covered in cloth. And he sees you out of the corner of your eye and says, "Well, make yourself useful," and hoists the cask of ale towards one of you.
I don't take it.
All right. It drops to the snow.
Avius takes it. Why is it snowing?
You pick up the cask of ale after several attempts, Avius, and and fall in line.
It seems weird. Elmont's still uneasy from last night. And
Understandable.
Does it seem like the time of year for snow?
Yes.
Okay.
He says, "Thanks. Come along." What happened to you? He says, looking at Olgrim.
It's a vicious bite.
punches
That'll
Elmont.
be fun.
I knew my rats were big, but not that big. You say nothing?
I say nothing.
All right. You follow him
The
in.
group just looks at him.
You follow him into this mercantile chamber. It is wood, fresh wood. It's a relatively new building. There are chairs. There's a long table there. And it has different size scales for measuring things. There's sorting bins. There's some calendars on the wall. There's a long meeting table that's covered in a fine cloth. And it's decorated with silverware. There's some candelabras, things that don't belong in this place are there. And some fine dinnerware is set up. Burns moves to help continue to set things up. Nor is dropping off his platter and opens it up, and there's food inside. There are several armed guards that are positioned at the doorway and the back doorway. There's some crates nearby that are open or closed, just a few, and they're long. Almost coffin-like crates, but not coffins. And most importantly, there is Malil, who is sitting there, and he puts down his goblet of wine. "My friends, you're here! Come, 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 come!" And motions you towards the table.
Malil? You seem to be doing better.
Oh, so much better. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Well, yes, you too.
He pats you on the back.
On the butt?
Avis, on the back. And even bends over to give Puck a little hug.
I give him like a real half-hearted pat as he does it.
Please sit.
When did you recover? You were quite ill the last we saw you.
I had a horrific vision last night and woke up startled early this morning of my precious bauble that I had you go find, and I had a vision of it falling and falling and falling into light and then melting away. And I woke up and felt so much better. And you know what also was in this vision? Your face, my elven friend, pointing to Elmon. And I don't think this was any dream. It felt quite real. Please tell me you had good fortune to take away something that I sought so dearly.
It is gone.
That is good news. I'm surprised I'm saying that, but it is good news.
Mm-hmm.
And we must celebrate that fact. Come sit. And he sits at the table, and more food and excellent warm breads are brought, and some fine meats, and then whatever crap Nor's brought all across the street.
fine then.
I feel like a tremendous weight has left my heart. And I feel...
Me too.
I feel like...
Waving his arm.
the stuff. And I feel I'm definitely owe it to the likes of you. So let's toast to you all. You have a name of some sort, right? The band of, the mighty warriors of.
The Katorum 4 is how we've been known.
To the Katorum 4! And he raises his cup.
Gonna murder that wizard.
Does anyone join him? Otherwise, he's looking like an idiot.
Hades has his goblet up.
My arm's already up.
Puck pours out a little of his on the ground, actually.
The Katorum 4, jeez.
He says, "My friend, you insult me. I bring you wine and you pour it down."
It's not an insult to you, more to this goofy wizard. He thinks he's the leader of our group.
Then drink wine, or you do insult.
Oh, then I just guzzle it. I
All right.
I empty it out.
Okay.
Olgrim
Upend it
focuses on the cask that Nor brought.
All right.
This is more to his flavoring.
You can definitely take advantage of that for sure. And you drink and you eat some. Halfway through the conversation, Malil drops his more jovial nature and becomes a little more serious and says, yes, but I wanted to say, you guarded my estate during my dinner party, for which you have been partially paid. You've watched over my home, keeping me safe. You kept my guests safe. You sought out, per my request, and removed from the world a curse upon my heart, upon my house, upon my livelihood, upon my very happiness. And you are men who deserve respect, and it's time to celebrate your hard work with good food, good drink, and of course, befitting payment. To the Katorum 4.
That's not our name.
I was led to believe that was your name of your group.
No.
I'm mistaken. What is the name?
This
We'll get back to you on that.
yeah.
Oh.
We'll have to talk.
All right.
We're kind of
We have to work through copyright.
yeah, we're
We like to avenge a lot. But that's been taken.
And there are 4, and
we are
rough number there.
fantastic. But that's taken as well.
We've yet to come to a consensus.
Well, then, to the 4 of you.
You could call us Goblin Force for now.
No.
Of course.
No, don't say that.
More excellent wine and cheap ale is served to those who take it. There's great chicken, vegetables, mashed potatoes. Everything's great. And anything you want to talk about the previous night? I don't want to step on anyone's toes, or we can just fast forward through this little get together.
Well,
Puck gets
fighting
pretty
again.
drunk.
Okay.
And saddles up next to Olgrim to chat a little. Mr. Grimm, I'm glad you're safe. I'm sorry about your arm. I understand why you did what you did.
Do you?
I do. I was a little crazed too. I would have murdered you outright just the same to get to
Goblin
that.
hospitality.
But that's all I want to say is I understand why you did what you did, but let's never raise arms against each other again.
you're such a dick.
I'd rather just get punched in the face.
I have a feeling I'm not going to live this down. Your words are kind. I'll be a little bitey. But I know where you come from. I know the heart of your kind. So I appreciate the words.
You're the best friend I've ever had, and I appreciate our relationship.
Gives you a Hallmark card that says the same.
And then I like hug him, like give him a little hug around the waist.
Olgrim gives you a half hug back.
Yeah.
He just leans in.
Bring it in.
How much did we get paid by Malil?
He hadn't paid you.
Oh, I thought he...
No.
5 goldie.
In lieu of. To which, as Puck comes in close, I whisper to him, I say that,
The gods have not smiled on me today, but I do have plans for the future.
I hope I'm included in those plans.
Ka-chunk! There's a big hit on the table as Malil has dropped a brick shape wrapped in burlap on the table with a big thud.
What's that?
He says, "This, my friends, and I call you that
the
with
Grey Ascent.
The blue Ascent.
This, my friends, and I call you that with all sincerity, is payment that is certainly past due." And from the burlap, he pulls out a almost like a Hershey's chocolate bar, a so thin but long bar of heavy platinum, and places it in the middle of the table. Some of you recognize it as a trading bar that merchants use when dealing with lots of bulk goods. I don't know if any of you guys have even seen a platinum coin or not. This is beyond that. This is a platinum bar. It is worth 100 platinum coins, aka 1,000 gold.
Wow.
He then reaches into the burlap and takes out a second platinum bar and places it upon the first, and says, "I apologize for the delay. I was not in the right mind, and I still really wanted you to retrieve the item. And it is normally not my way of keeping payment for services rendered." He reaches in and pulls out a third trading bar and places it on top of the other. "And I hope you will gladly accept this." And he reaches in and takes a fourth and final bar out and places it on top of the others, making a nice little brick of platinum. This seems a fitting payment for efforts that have gone above and beyond.
That's very generous of you. Quite generous.
I think it's worthy of your efforts and what you've done for me. And I hope you use it well, Master Katorum. And then he takes out a second brick shape wrapped in burlap from the long crate next to him and slams it down. And he pulls out another expensive platinum trading bar and then repeats another, stacking it 4 high. "And for you, elf," and slides the 4 bars over to you.
Shit.
And he takes out another brick and unwraps it and takes out 4 trading bars and slides them over to Olgrim. And takes out a fourth and final brick and takes out the 4 platinum bars and slides them over. "And for you, my little friend."
Thank you.
Very kind. Very, very kind. This'll do.
Dear friend Mohil, never could I have imagined such generosity. Thank you so very much. I feel indebted to you, almost.
He says, of course not. Burns! Yes. And Burns drags over clumsily another long crate, scraping it across the ground of this trading warehouse Malil has rented out or borrowed. And he drags it out heavily and drops it. And Malil says, Careful! And he opens it up and says, well, I do a bit of trading, and I have in the past done some trading in some exotic goods, which I think I'll take a bit of a break from. I think some more bulk wheat trading for a while might do me better, but I do have this still behind and no auction set up in the near future to deal with it, and I think it befitting for you. And from it, he takes out 3 greater healing potions and places them on the middle of the table. These might fit strong warriors like yourself. And reaches in and pulls out a stained mug and places it. It's just a fat, wide mug that's stained and sticks it on the table. This is a tankard that upon wishing thrice per day can summon forth any water or simple wine or ale as needed.
Well, that sounds delightful.
Good use for thirsty warriors such as yourself. And he says, oh, wait, there's another. And reaches in, like Christmas Santa, and pulls out a velvet staff-looking long rod type thing that's wrapped up, places it on the table gently, unwraps it, and it is a rapier. He says, this is a rapier that has a keen edge for cutting strong that might serve you well. Oh, and this, he lifts just halfway out of the crate, is leather armor of Kadeen, I have been told, to add extra protection in time of need. And I hope it serves you well. Sir, you have forgotten one. Oh, yes!
I was hoping to keep this.
And an amulet of magic. I'm not quite sure what it does. The seller was kind of vague. I don't think it does much, but it's yours.
Heard that before.
And he hands out this amulet as well.
Well, I don't know what to say. Thank you. This is a bit above and beyond.
Let it be known that Malil Abanar pays his debts and takes care for services rendered.
You've been very generous.
Burns,
Very
yes,
generous.
sir. Drags a 3rd crate over to Malil. And he opens it up. And he takes out a smallish brick wrapped in burlap, thunk. And he looks inside, and it is 3 of those platinum trading bars. And slides it over to Elmon. These, Master Elf, are for you. You had mentioned in a previous conversation that money and payment is what you respect and desire, and that is what you are being paid for. And slides it over.
Thank you. Perhaps taken slightly out of context, but very well.
And to the rest of you, my last gift. And he reaches in and pulls out a piece of paper in an envelope. And he hands it over to no one in particular, puts it in the middle of the table.
Avius grabs it.
You grab it and you read it.
And I read it.
It is a letter of service from the House Abanar, with the Abanar seal naming Avius Catorum Olgrim Shieldbiter and a single other official name on there of Puck. And it lists them as good men who provided meritorious service for House Abanar and are to be considered in good standing with Malil Abanar, the House Abanar, and the great city of Talis. May you give them your consideration and respect that they have well earned.
By far the most valuable thing that you have offered us today, Malil. Again, many heartfelt thanks.
And thanks to you, you have, as I said, kept my home and myself safe and brought me peace. And I have kept my manor free of any strange contraptions of clocks and all sorts of nightmares. Although we may have to speak about my guard out front at some point later, but let's not spoil the afternoon.
Puck takes a little step back.
Well, I don't know what to say, which is quite rare, actually. I do have questions, if you would care to entertain them.
Of course.
That evening at the auction, where the Grey Ascent, was not auctioned, correct?
No, it was kept in my safe. It was stolen.
That's right. But the other items, I would like to learn more about them. If you have the time.
In what way?
Oh, their history, their value, their capabilities and legend.
Of course. And he spends the next 20 minutes describing the different items. None of them stand out in your mind.
Okay.
None of them seem nefarious like the Grey Ascent. They seem similar in quality to what you have just been gifted here.
Okay.
But of value in particular to the people that have them. And again, these are not even adventurer types, so it tends to mean even more to them.
Okay.
And food is eaten. Wine is overconsumed by goblins.
Hey, Grim, does this mean have to be nice to that one-eyed bastard?
Let's just say it might have to play nice for a while. At least as long as the ink is on that paper.
Okay.
And the afternoon lunch comes to an end. Malil gets up and says, again, I cannot thank you enough. Feel free to call upon me, and I will certainly call upon you if I have need of your services, which I hope does not come up too soon.
But if you do, please think of us.
Of course.
We'll be in your corner.
Soar and fetch a horse. And he departs. The guards stay there until you leave with all the cash.
Treasure.
Yeah.
They
And then it's
need to
all
run
on
a
you.
cart.
Yeah. Amon grabs a wheelbarrow.
You can borrow such a thing.
So we go back to our rooms?
Yeah, you cross
Let's attune some stuff.
You cross the snow and and head back to Middlehawks. What do you guys want to do? It's all up to you.
Yes, yeah, we gotta
bars.
figure out.
I'm first going to lay all 7 of my platinum bars out and just lay it down on top of them.
You go and buy like 3 torches and drop one of those down.
Yeah.
Can you make change?
He shaves off the tiniest splinter from your bar and as payment.
I'm interested in this amulet of magic. Anyone?
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in the leather armor and maybe the rapier. But, I mean, because I assume it's like a short sword type item.
It's not short. It's
it's a rapier, but
it's a rapier. Yeah.
Is that a dex or a strength?
It is finesse, so it is dex.
Okay. I mean, I'm kind of interested in both those, but I don't want to feel greedy.
Don't look at me. I'm down to 1 weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll scoop up the greater healing potions.
Okay.
Unless,
Who gets the tankard?
obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dwarf.
And I will find a way to use that in combat.
And maybe depending
with a
on what.
finesse weapon, you can use strength or dexterity.
Oh, okay.
So how many weapons do you have hanging off you?
Don't worry about it.
I just...
He has a short sword, he has a dagger, he has a bow.
Short sword, dagger, bow, crossbow.
And a shield.
But I don't. And a shield. But I probably don't carry the crossbow.
Yeah,
around all the
you're getting carrying too much.
Yeah.
Don't make me break out
Is it a
encumbrance
full
rules.
crossbow?
Like
No,
It was
crossbow.
a hand crossbow.
It was
It's a
a
little
light
one.
It's
crossbow.
a light.
Yeah,
It's a hand crossbow. Okay.
basically. Yeah, and depending on the leather armor, if it seems like we should swap, I'm fine with that too, depending on what it is.
Yours is magical.
I
I'm
think
sure this
one's
one is
magical,
too. Maybe not, but I'm pretty attached to what I have.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
So unless that's attuned especially for
Right, a druid or something,
yeah.
you know. +5 to wild shape or something.
Or makes you grow 3 feet.
When something attunes,
Right.
does it adjust down to like a size?
Yeah, I can make
It can?
adjustments.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good to know.
So I think we would like to take a rest and attune these items.
A couple days, yeah.
I'm going to also probably put some of my platinum into a vault and change some in.
Okay. You can certainly do so.
And buy a new cloak.
You guys
actually, you know what? Yes. I did have an extra cloak. I have it written down. I have a pair of nice trousers and a nice cloak.
I've from the party.
What was it from?
From the party.
From the party, yeah.
All right.
So, but I want probably a more, like, not just a nice cloak, but Elven Ranger type cloak.
He wants a Rebel Soldier Moon of Endor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rebel Soldier Moon of Endor. Okay. I see that.
Let me look at there. Where's my generic? Thought I had it. Nope. Yeah, you can certainly, guys, take some time. You spend the next few days.
I have a scene I would like to play out.
Okay. You guys spend some time resting, attuning these different things, doing some shopping. You can get a decent cloak for 2 gold, or you can get a fine one for 14.
Choices.
Can they make change for a platinum bar?
You can go. You can buy.
You have to buy 1,400 cloaks.
You can go to some sort of moneylender type guy.
Yeah.
Totally
yeah, I'm gonna get the fine cloak, I guess. I mean, I'm feeling a little. Let's see, 29. I'm feeling a little cash heavy right now. So.
Sure. And you're going to drop off most of that at some sort of vault type situation?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and rent a small vault. I guess near wherever.
Sure.
You wanted to go in on a vault?
I want my own vault because I don't want to share a key.
All right. You could have had arcane lock on it for free.
Well, I know, but if, let's say, for instance, there's a magical item that possesses people and 3 of my party members turn against me.
I'm a little bitter about this.
I would still like to have access to my money.
Fine.
There's a bitchy gray Ascent effect that's still lingering over the elf of all people.
So I'm assuming we're back at
not far enough away.
What's the name of the guy that has the vaults?
Oh, I've got it here. His name is clearly the name of Hammer Song Vaults.
That's right. I would just assume get a small vault there at Hammersong.
Buck and I have a very nice one.
Mm-hmm.
Done so.
If you want me to have access to it, I'm happy with that.
It's a little sketchy at this point.
You have Olgrim. You've taken the tankard. It is called an Everfull mug. And do you need a description of it again?
I do not. I think I got the general. It'll fill with whatever liquid I desire.
Yeah, but it's got to be cheapish liquid.
Yeah. Liquid gold.
Any liquid?
No, it's drinkable stuff. Water, watery wine, cheap ale, that type of stuff. And you get 3 uses per day.
Enough to get you a little buzz.
And the potions, how are you splitting up? Who's getting up?
I took all the potions.
Oh, all right. Done.
I'm probably going to buy some, so.
Yeah. Do you think you can afford that?
Yeah.
The rapier?
I mean, better.
You took the armor
better than a letter.
And the rapier.
All right, it is a rapier of cutting. And it provides simply 1 additional point of damage when it hits.
And what's the damage for it?
1d8.
Oh.
One-handed, finesse, 1d8, and +1 on top of any other.
That's awesome.
Just +1 to damage, but not to hit.
Correct.
Okay.
It's just for damage.
And it is considered magical?
Yes. Yes, that's another key proper.
My spear, Vienna.
Okay.
Right.
I will.
But is that the only weapon you can use?
Mm-hmm.
Can you use?
I could, but.
And the leather armor?
Leather armor is the leather armor of Kadeen. You have attuned that to. You can only have 3 things attuned to you.
Yep,
Okay.
I have 2. Unless the arrows count.
No. Honestly, I don't even know if the rapier does not count either, actually.
Okay. Can you spell Kadeen?
Kadeen, I guess, is what's emblazoned on its wrapping as you unwrap it on the instruction manual. How to enjoy your leather armor of Kadeen. Follow these safety instructions to begin. Not to be used in water. Leather armor of Kadeen is +1 armor, which is already significant.
Okay.
And it also gives you +1 saves against any area effect spells.
Nice.
So anything that isn't directly affecting you, you get a +1 to a save. Fireball, a sleep spell.
Elmon really made out here.
You guys got a letter.
We did. We got a letter. I think that's going to be worth something.
It actually will be at some point in time, but
Well, it already has value of 4 bars platinum trader bars.
Does it?
Well, that's what he was given, and then we got.
You got 3 more.
No, he was given 3.
He was given 3.
I was given 7 total.
Each of you were
7
given
total,
4.
yeah,
He was
so-
given 3 more. You guys were given
3 more, so that would be the value of it, I figure.
Right.
And there was an amulet.
An amulet.
For Avius. It is an amulet of fortune. Does require attunement. The description is a delicate gold amulet set with 3 adventurines, a gem, and suspended from a fine gold chain. You can activate it once per day. Let me double check. Once per day. And you use it when you are about to make a saving throw of any kind. And after you roll the saving throw, but before you know the effect of it, you can activate the amulet to do a second roll that you must take. So someone
Explain that
casts.
scenario.
So yeah, someone casts a big charm on you or something. You make the roll. You roll like a 10. You know that's not going to work. You can say, all right, well, before you tell me if it sinks in or not, that spell, I'm going to take a second roll and activate my amulet.
Okay.
And it's not advantage. You have to take the second
I
roll.
have to take the second roll.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like if you know you're going to fail, if you roll a 1,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, you can say,
cancel that
hey,
one.
and then you just have to take the result of the second
But
roll.
if you roll an 11, you're like, I'm not sure, and then you roll a 1, and you're
Yeah,
fucked.
then,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. And you can only do it once per day, but it's free.
Okay.
Might help.
Recharges, yes?
Yeah.
It does. Well, that's great.
So you spend a couple days doing that.
That's attuned,
That is attuned.
as well as my
rod? Yeah.
rod.
Yes.
Of course, my rod's attuned.
The mug is certainly not.
And then,
So I can pass it off in combat and we can drink.
Only 3 charges per day, but
Okay.
everyone can drink from it. Yeah. And during these days, Olgrim, you needed a moment.
Yes. It would be with Puck, probably in the later hours.
Okay. Where at?
At the Middlehawks.
All right, it's the tavern. It's kind of maybe quiet. There's a fire out in the main area. Not many people are there.
And Nor would be there as well.
Okay. You call him over, and he brings over 3 ales for the 2 of you and himself. Oh, it's been a long day.
Very long.
It
very long.
is.
But a fine tanker. And some moments in between. I worry that what happened before, I know I have your forgiveness, but it's not enough.
What do you need, friend?
It's got me thinking when I had this charm about me, it brought up the history, the reason I was here. And those dark moments that came out were reflective of not just me, but my tribe. I struck at you, Puck, and I am sorry.
As I said, I'm past it.
But I don't think I am.
What can I do to help?
You and Nor can help.
How?
Olgrim puts the money on the table.
What money?
The platinum bars.
The
that he had.
huge bars.
Yeah.
4? All 4?
All 4.
All right.
And kind of sets his tanker on top of it. How much would it be for this inn?
You want to buy the inn?
I do.
Oh, it's been a long day.
Have a drink. And while you decide that, Puck, these many days, it's always been a privilege to travel with you.
Likewise. I don't know what I'd do without you at this point.
I have my life, but I'd never tell the elf that I would be thankful to him for keeping me alive.
And he draws his sword and puts it on the table.
What are you saying?
Well,
And he takes another big drink.
I don't think I can travel with you anymore.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
These bones are old. I've lost a foot and an arm to preserve, but to revenge. Now, I almost killed the lot of you for this.
We were all taken by that thing. We were all possessed by it.
It was more. I wanted it, Puck.
I did too. I
Yeah.
told you before. I would have killed you for it.
But it's more. I wanted it before. Before I had the Grey Ascent, I had my heart full of vengeance. And I saw what that did. And fortunately, it only took my arm. I would not put this on anyone other than you. You take this sword and call it your own. Give it a new name. It's no longer vengeance.
I will do that for you.
And nor all you have to do is come up with a price. And we're set.
Well, I can give you 10% per bar. That's 40% ownership of Middlehawks that you have right here.
A partnership, then? I'll take it.
And what will you do with this partnership? Does that mean I get to go on a vacation for once?
Sure. I can look after the place. But I'm done with my travels. I'll have to stay here. But they can always call on me. I just won't be gallivanting around the dungeons. And I'll sleep better at night knowing Puck has this.
Then you've got yourself a deal. And he holds out a hand towards your good arm.
It's done then.
We'll stop there.
What?
Whoa, well done.
Nice.
Wow.
And so ends the adventures of Olgrim's Shieldbiter. What a great way to wrap up the character to a crazy adventure session. Everyone's just attacking each other left and right. There were moments where it came down to just a single word and Puck was going to be killed by Olgrim, and just on and on and on, and Elmon just barely resisting the rolls and barely escaping with it. But that to me pales in comparison to Olgrim saying he's just had enough. He's decided to retire. And as the player Christopher is saying this, all around our table, everyone's jaws are just on the floor, mine included. You can hear the second time when Olgrim hands over his sword to Puck, you can hear Christopher choking up as he says it. And when all was said and done, the player playing Puck was just crying. It was a very emotional game. It was fantastic. A great way to deal with the loss of a character, yet who's still around. He will be at Middlehawks to interact with from time to time. So thanks to you, our listeners and the players, and especially to Christopher for running an excellent character in Olgrim's Shieldbiter. Well done. And for those of you who are at all worried, Christopher will be back in the next adventure with a new character joining the continuing adventures. Drop us a message on Podbean or ingloriousbards.com, our social media. Tell us what you think about this episode. It was a crazy one. All music has been officially licensed or used through Creative Commons as listed on our website, and if you're interested in the sound effects you heard, check out Sirenscape.com. What will the group do now that the Grey Ascent has been recovered? How will Puck handle the loss of his closest friend? And who will the new hero be to join the ranks of the Inglorious Bards? Until next time.